new.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, hey everyone, what's going on? I decided to hit the live button. Me and Nora were literally just talking about the Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Nora was telling me that you got the Warriors for Christmas. Yeah, dude, show that off. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's why I was waiting for like to open up the TV, the new TV, and watch this 4K. And I was like, oh man, come on, man.
Right. So, with that Warriors release, is it a steelbook as well, or
No, I think they
no?
just did two different versions of the big box set. So there's this one, which is the original artwork, and then there's one that has redone artwork by Arrow Video. So there's two different versions of artwork.
Get you. Man, all good. I mean, it's a pretty cool box set, though. I do like it. But yeah, firstly, hey everyone, what's going on? Sorry, we didn't introduce ourselves. Hey everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this New Year's Eve live stream. I mean, it is kind of for me. It's 10 o'clock in the UK time. Norin, what time is it where you are?
We're at 3:02 right now for me. Yeah, so a little bit longer.
Fair enough. So no one's got a bit more time to spend on New Year's Eve. But just firstly, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. Hope you all have a terrific 2024 as we round out 2023. It's also been great, by the way, to collab with Norin this year, whether it's on Z Talks or whether we did the Halloween crossover episode as well. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Definitely, it's been fun just collabing and like the community in general, building it, and the growth this year for a lot of the channels in our community has been really huge.
Yeah, completely agree, man. You've grown a lot as well this year, and those Scooby Doo videos like really knocked it out the park, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I know. There's people that I have at my work that come to my work that talk to me and bring them up and stuff. So I know like they're obviously like kind of popular and everything.
And are you still dreaming of Scooby Doo?
Not that much recently. I'm gonna start diving into the movies though pretty soon because I wanted to have collaborations with you and Anthony A. Perez and D Movieman. So I wanted to invite each one of you onto the channel to, talk about one of the movies, and we would pick a movie. The only one that committed was D Movieman because I know he committed for sure wanted the Zombie Island one.
Oh man, so I've seen a couple of those Scooby Doo movies.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If I remember, like, if I saw them again, I'll probably remember being like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching that one as a kid."
Yeah.
But it's been that long, and I think there's that many of those movies. I generally can't remember them all.
Oh yeah, that's why. Feel free whenever I hit you up, you can definitely feel free to pick whichever one you want. You know what I mean, and which one you feel like you want to revisit and stuff. I'm totally down.
And when that time comes, which I appreciate the invite, firstly, dude. So thank you for that. You give me a project, and I'll tackle that one. Surprise me.
Okay, cool beans. I will.
Yeah. But firstly, I just want to say, everyone who doesn't know this absolute legend right here, Norin Radd89, go sub to his channel. Just type in Norin Radd89, or just click the link down below in the description box and go sub to Norin. Amazing guy, amazing friend. His channel is only getting better and bigger, so I really can't wait to see where it goes. So, Norin, before we kick things off, what's your plans going into 2024 for your channel?
Oh, kind of back to the grind because I took this last week off, kind of after Christmas and New Year's Eve. Plus, I got my son's birthday is January 2nd as well. So it's kind of just a nice, relaxing week, enjoying the gifts with the family and getting ready for the birthday and stuff. So after that, just getting back to the grind, doing like the top 10 lists and all that kind of stuff, and wrapping up, the end of the year and then most anticipated for 2024 and all that kind of stuff. So, because there's a lot of movies, we got a lot of good stuff coming out next year. So I'm excited.
Yeah, man, I would firstly totally agree with you. There's a lot of good movies being announced or going to get pushed forward because of the strikes. They're kind of rushing some projects as well.
Yeah.
Firstly, just happy birthday to your son on January 2nd, man. I hope he has a great birthday. It'll be awesome.
Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, we're doing a Five Nights at Freddy's birthday theme party. That's what he wants. So we're doing the theme Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is the movie going to be playing, I'm guessing?
we took him to the theaters to see it. Actually, yeah, he loved it. So yeah, we'll probably have it. I have it on the Peacock and everything. I don't have the physical media release yet. I just have it on Peacock.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Hey, man, as good as ever. At least you can watch it. So, but no, it sounds like some awesome plans for 2024. Can't wait to see what you've got in your videos and getting back on the grind as well, dude. That would be great. I've missed your
Yeah,
videos, man. I've missed you uploading.
I know. What about you, brother? You got any kind of big ideas for 2024? Any new stuff coming?
Yeah, so something very exciting in 2024. I've kind of teased it a couple of times in streams and stuff, but next year I'm hoping to have my second book out, which I'm excited for.
Nice.
Hopefully get that on Amazon again, so that'll be a second book. And I'm also hoping to make a short movie next year.
Dude, that's what's up, dude. Nice.
Thanks, man. I've got a couple of ideas in the works. I've toyed on two ideas, either a short horror or a short kind of drama. I'm not sure. But definitely my big plans for next year. So I'm excited.
Very exciting. Very exciting. We all can't wait, man. We'll be there to support you, brother. Just let us know what you need.
Thanks, man. If I need anything where I need someone to present the news broadcast, I'll hit one of you guys up and be like, send me a video feed of this,
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I also want to do some. I've been against them on my channel, but I'm kind of opening up to the idea a little bit. I want to do some ranking videos as well.
Yeah.
Maybe get like, for example, take the first 20 MCU movies as an example, or up 25, however many there is, up to Endgame, and just rank them ones and like which ones have like the best and the worst.
Oh yeah.
Pixar movies is another one I want to do.
Cool.
Several, but I want to do a ranking on movie series that are like finished or have got like a definitive point before it like starts something new.
Okay. Yeah. So that way you can kind of clearly do like, oh, rank this era and then rank the next era or kind of thing like that, you know?
Yeah, because like for example, like I love the Saw movies. Like I know we both love them, but they're still making them, so it's not like a definitive ranking because they're still making the movies.
Yeah, we know for sure. 11's coming.
Right. So I feel like, well, what would be the point of doing a Saw ranking when there's going to be more movies? It's not finished completely, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, a lot of exciting things coming.
Sweet.
But same for you, dude. And also, cheers, my brother, and cheers to anyone who is watching right now. Thank you for tuning in. Got our viewers. And
let us know down below what y'all drinking. Let us know down below.
Yeah, let us know. Say hello. You guys already killed up the live chats and stuff, so thank you for that. Yeah, we're here just to chill out, talk, celebrate New Year's Eve, talk about the year, which will have some reflection time in a moment, and we will certainly get into some comments. So, firstly, Norin, to kick things off, we've got a regular. We've got the viewer Drew in the house. Hey everyone, what's up? Hey Drew, hope you're doing well, man. Drew's always a guy who watches every live stream. That guy is phenomenal. So shout out to Drew.
Everyone.
We've also got a legend in the house, which is IMO Reviews. Hey Elliot, hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm currently quite drunk and dressed up as Ash Ketchum. Wishing you all the best.
Charmander right here. We got Charmander right here.
Oh man. Elliot won the Pokemon's over in America. You're not catching that one, my friend. But thanks, Elliot, for tuning in, man. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for watching as well. We've got another regular, Daniel Berry, always coming in with the yo. So hey, Daniel, hope you're well. And we've got also Q Reviews. Happy New Year, man. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Q. Thanks for tuning in, supporting the live stream, supporting me and Norin live right now. Really appreciate it, dude. And I hope you're doing well. We've also got Scott, the movie critic, here as well. Hey, Scott. Hope you're well. Happy New Year, everyone. Have a great stream. Yeah, you too, Scott. You too, man. It's been a pleasure collabing with you as well this year. So thank you, Scott, for tuning in. We've also got another regular, the legend Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View. Here for the cocaine shark watch party. Yeah, no.
Oh no, man! I'd have to be quite smashed to ever watch that movie again.
Oh man, that was a stinker this year. That was really bad. Because I think I sent you the early screener as well, and I was like, "Oh, hey, no, Renee's an early screener." And he's probably like, "Mike, I wish I didn't."
Yeah, me, you, and Rashad all covered that movie. Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Did you watch Cocaine Cougar?
No, I didn't watch that one yet. No.
Oh man, it's bad.
I bet. Yeah, I ended up watching. I think I ended up watching Zombies too, though. Yeah, I did. I did watch that. That was interesting. Yeah, so it was still pretty interesting. I was quite surprised with some of the stuff in it. It wasn't awful, but still had some bad charm to it.
But the interesting thing about Zombies though is, although ultimately it's a terrible movie, like we both agreed that the plot alone is great idea.
Yeah.
But not in the hands of the asylum.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. We can see a better version of that maybe one day in the future. Maybe some other kind of company will try to tackle an idea like that.
I hope so. I hope so, because I think we both said if this was put in with a good budget, some good actors, like it could be a real hit because it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But no, we're not here to watch the shark, and we're not here to watch the cougar either. So no, Patrick. Sorry to disappoint my friend. But thank you for tuning in. We've also got the legend Sin's Corner as well. Hey, Sin. Hope you're well.
Hey, what's up, Sin?
Hi everyone. Hope you all have a great new year. It's been awesome to get to know some of you more. Yeah, same for you, Sin, as well. Sin's been a regular collaborator with Norin and I on Z Talks a lot of the time this year. And it's been an absolute blast as well. So yeah, thank you, Sin, for your friendship as well. It's been great getting to know you too as well this year.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
And we've also got Playing Down Under as well. Hey, mate. He says, hi, all. Sub to Norin, because if you're a friend of Z, you're a friend of mine.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, man. That's very kind of you to say as well. And thank you so much for subbing to Norin as well. He definitely deserves it. And guys, if you haven't already, check out right there, Norin Radd89. Go sub to this man right here. Absolute legend in the house. Yeah, love Norin, such a great guy. So I'm glad that you could collab tonight, man. As we was talking before the stream, it's been so long since we've been on a stream together. It's crazy.
I know it was kind of good though that, like you said, you got some time to like take a little break. You needed that break from Z Talks, a little bit of a hiatus. Kind of relax because if you get into that grind and you just keep grinding, eventually you'll just grind the wheels down, and you don't want to get too tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely miss Z Talks and miss having that weekly social interaction because I don't have a lot of that outside of like in reality. It's mainly just work with Emma, like cinema, regular stuff, I guess. But Z Talks was always nice because I was like, oh, I get to talk to Norin, who's over the other side of the world right now, basically, or Jason or whoever has in, So yeah, I miss it. Yeah, I'll come back one day, but not at the moment.
We'll definitely have to do some of those streams too that you had the ideas for. Like we could do Marvel streams or like A24 streams and stuff, and just have like kind of a solo topic that we all kind of dissect and everything. That'll be fun too.
Yeah, definitely got some of those in the works. Would love to do some of them. I also want to do some like kind of live watch parties as well, which I think will be pretty fun. I've had an idea of maybe the Turbo Movie collab series, but next time I do it, it'll be all watch along live streams with a guest or two. So something different, and I would definitely get you on board for one of those as well, man. So.
Oh yeah, plus those watch alongs you get, like if it's live streams and watch alongs, you always get that more watch time hours it equates to, so that's always a benefit too.
Yeah, and I just think it'd be quite fun instead of asking someone to send a video portion of it, like to just do it live and people can watch along and stuff. So something different. But we'll wait and see. Definitely got some ideas in the works. Patrick is also saying greeting Mike's and Silver Surfer. Hey, we've also got AP in the house. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Thanks for tuning in. Got a bit of conversation. Patrick says, what? I review Scooby-Doo all the time. I'm reviewing Chill Out Scooby-Doo tonight.
Nice. Definitely, man. That's what I mean. You always got to have some Scooby-Doo in your life. It's just a good spice for your life.
Right. And the Chill Out Scooby-Doo, is that a movie or is that a series? Which
one? Let's see. Oh, the Chill Out Scooby-Doo tonight? Oh, I don't know if he's reviewing Chill Out. I think that's a movie. That one's a movie, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It shocked me of how many series there was of Scooby-Doo and you did your ranking video. That was crazy.
There's even some crossover shows that I didn't even kind of cover, but they're only kind of mini TV series shows where they did kind of where they had the great ape and all those kind of other characters and the sharks and stuff where they crossed over all the Warner Brothers characters and stuff, and they did racing and stuff like that. So they had some weird other episodes too of shows like that.
Yeah, random crossover. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. If I've been to a local supermarket in the UK, sometimes they'll have a random DVD being I saw one the other day, Scooby-Doo and the one from the DC League of Super Pets.
Oh, okay.
Called Crypto, was it maybe?
Yeah, Crypto, the super dog, yeah.
All right, I saw that DVD the other day, Scooby-Doo and Crypto. And I was like, what's this?
Yeah, they have a lot of different crossovers, and I found out that they actually finally, because this came up on a stream I was doing the other week with Steve about a Christmas holiday one. They actually finally did a Christmas holiday movie that they came out with because they've never done an episode of a Christmas one.
Wow, after all these years, never done one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I might have to check that out though, because like yourself, dude. I always loved Scooby-Doo growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
And as growing up, I've never obviously watched it as much. But when you go through every one of those series, it just brought back so much nostalgia. It was great.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much during October. That's pretty much it's just a comfortable morning routine, having my coffee, sitting down, or the kids get up and we're eating breakfast, just having Scooby-Doo on. It's a nice, fun morning routine.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great, especially with the kids as well. They would probably love it.
Definitely.
But not to the point where you're watching it and you're dreaming about Scooby-Doo as well.
Oh yeah, that's as crazy as you want to end up living that life, and you're just damn. That's why I was I kind of wanted to dress up as a Scooby-Doo character for Halloween, but I decided I'm usually one of those people. Once that Halloween's over, I already decide my costume for the next year. I already know what my costume is going to be for next year.
Get you. I don't blame. That's a great idea, and especially this year, you went as Pennywise, right?
Yeah, it was Pennywise. Yeah, from the 1990 It movie. Yeah, the Tim Curry version.
Man, I don't blame that. It Pennywise scared me as a kid.
Yeah,
really did.
Yeah, Tim Curry really was fantastic, perfect for that role.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, Norin, is it's been announced for a Comic-Con next year in August in London. Tim Curry's going to be at the Comic-Con, and
that's dope. That's dope.
I know, and I would love to meet him, and I would love to get something signed from that It back when.
Oh yeah,
childhood kind of thing.
Definitely, that'd be good. Yeah, you got to get yourself a poster or some kind of replica memorabilia thing or something and bring it in and have them sign it. That'd be dope.
I would love it, man. I mean, even just a Funko Pop or just something, just signed by him with that Pennywise though, because I think it was maybe one of the first horrors I watched as a kid, and I always remember the scene where he stood outside of the sewer and he's just waving or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't know if it's maybe near the end of part one. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think so, because that's when I think that's the vision of the dad when he sees his father, right, at first, and then it starts morphing into
Yeah,
Pennywise slowly as you keep cutting back
that's
to it.
that's the one, man. Got my hairs are standing up on my arm right now. You might not be able to see, but yeah, man, that scene has always been creepy to me. So that's all because of him, and obviously the effects and stuff as well, of course. But
Oh, yeah.
great performance. What was the first ever horror movie you watched?
Oh, yeah, so for me, it was the one that I remember the most, the first one. I probably might have seen others before this, but the first one that I remember the most was Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Nice.
And that's because my mom's a huge Fred head. Like, she had T-shirts of Freddy. That's like her guy. Like, that's the slasher icon she supports. So anytime Freddy was on, or if a movie or a VHS, it might have been a VHS. I'm not too sure, but she had it on in her room. And I remember I was probably like 6 or 7 when I saw
Right.
it.
Wow. Okay. Very young.
Oh yeah, like I remember vividly. The scene that sticks out the most to me is when Jesse's coming out, like Freddy is coming out of Jesse, and like he cuts the chest open, and like Freddy starts to climb out of Jesse. It's pretty intense.
Okay. Okay. I've never seen part 2, so that sounds pretty cool, though.
You're gonna have to watch that one because it's not your typical Nightmare on Elm Street movie. After watching it over and over again, many years, I've realized that it's a possession movie disguised as a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that sounds different.
Yeah, it's definitely
uh,
different.
well, this year I watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. Um, and then I did like a Halloween event with Emma this year, where they did like mystery screenings throughout the night, so you don't know what's going to be till it kicks in.
Mhm.
And the third movie in the night was Dream Warriors on
Yes.
35mm print, and that was a great time. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that has some of the best kills. Probably the TV kill and the
Yeah,
kill with the puppet where he's walking the kid off the building and he cuts the string. Like that's a very good one too.
they're so creative, that like the kills and the story as well. I think is just really creative. So I kind of preferred it over the first one. I'll be honest with you.
A lot of people do. That's what's funny is I think Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of like Friday the 13th in the franchise, where the first one isn't necessarily the strongest one. A lot of people find other ones that are their favorite, and especially like Nightmare on Elm Street. When you think about that first film, that ending doesn't really make any sense at all. Like the ending doesn't make any freaking sense at all.
Nah, nah. It doesn't. But was that ending not because of like studio interference with like Friday the 13th as well, for example?
Oh well, for Nightmare on Elm Street, it was because Bob Shaye and Wes Craven famously they did not get along like at all, and Wes Craven definitively wanted a end, and he wanted Nancy and the kids to succeed. He wanted Freddy to be gone and dead, and Nancy and them to drive off like happy and successful. And Bob Shaye didn't want that. Of course, Bob Shaye wanted to leave it open for sequels and everything, so he wanted the gag where the mom gets pulled in through the door, and you also see like the top of the car closes, and it has like the Freddy design of the sweater, and you're like, oh crap,
Yeah.
like so he's obviously not dead and stuff.
Yeah, because yeah, well, you're right. You make a great point, because I remember when the man gets dragged through the door, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it makes no sense because it's like you don't know if what happened before that is that supposed to be a dream? Are we supposed to perceive that all of her fighting Freddy, what happened at the house, the mom dying, was that a dream? Or is
Right.
this a dream? Like it's not really clear. So it's just very confusing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but I'm glad they did make sequels though, because we wouldn't have got like Dream Warriors, for example, and I love that one. So
Oh yeah, I'm glad you like that one. Yeah, that's Rashad's favorite. I think mine is the second one. So when you get down to it, I would love to hear your thoughts on the second one because that's my favorite one.
awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out, and I also plan to do like maybe a ranking of the Nightmare on Elm Street films as well, including the remake. So that'll be interesting.
But yeah,
Again,
that one's probably safe to do because there's no plans to do a new film on that. I haven't heard anything about that. So yeah.
yeah. Well, that's it. It's kind of like definitive in a way. So I'm kind of like, right, I'll do a ranking on that. Again, any horror rankings, man. we'll be doing a live stream together, doing the ranking of them, so it won't just be me. So we've also got here Patrick saying, hoping Mike will deep dive the Avengers next year. Okay, cool idea. Not one I've thought off, I'll be honest with you, but not opposed to it at the same time.
Yeah.
That would probably be in the Marvel ranking if I do a Marvel ranking, I think. We've also got Cy Robson here. Hey, Cy, hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, sorry, and yeah, all the best for 2024. Yeah, you too, man. Thank you for your support as well this year. The site's been really, really appreciated, dude. And thank you for tuning in. Patty saying we'll have to review Mike's film. I appreciate that. I hope it's good because of all the reviews I do and trash these movies. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's terrible, Mike. What are you talking about?" But yeah, well, I'll have to see. We've got Seek with it. Seek, man. Hey, thanks, man. Much love, gents. Happy New Year. You're ahead of me, so no 2024 spoilers. Well, Zeke, thanks for the super chat to start, man. That's really, really appreciated. You didn't have to, but thank you. Yeah, well, Norin, you're in New Mexico, and Zeke's in Florida, so I'm guessing. Well, yeah, he's 5 hours behind. Yeah, I was gonna say he's a little bit ahead of you, so he's spoiling the kind of 2023 for you at the moment, I guess. But yeah, no spoilers from me, Zeke. It'll be midnight in about an hour and a half for us in the UK, so it'll be 2024. But I'm excited. Again, thank you for the super chat, Zeke, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Got Sin saying, I'm drinking water. How exciting. Little bit of coffee, even more. Hey, Sin, if you've got a long night ahead of you, you might need some coffee, so I understand.
That's true.
Coffee is out.
That's why I'm enjoying the beer too, because it's my night off.
Yeah, exactly. Norin works a lot, so he gets like maybe 2 days off a week, right?
Yeah, Sundays and Mondays are my nights off. Yeah.
Mondays. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, if you don't get the time off, then it's one of those things. Enjoy, man. So you got Coors Banquet, right?
Yeah, that's what I got right here. Coors Banquet. I got another one in the fridge right now, getting cold. I'll probably grab that after I finish this one.
Sounds good. If I have to get another beer, it's downstairs, so I'll try and make that one last. Patrick, coffee is our friend. Yeah. Coffee is life, for sure. Is it straight water, Sin? And it's straight for now, no hard stuff until late tonight. Patrick saying, Zombies 2 needed cheetahs in it.
Oh man, for real, that would have been exciting. For real, that's something like, because especially like when I think of cheetahs, that always makes me think of like the Harold and Kumar, the first movie when they end up riding the cheetah.
Yeah.
That's
that's such a goofy movie, but I like it though.
Oh yeah, it's like that's one I could put on, and it takes me right back to being like, you know, like a teen when it came out and like watching it.
Yeah, it does, right? And I don't know if I heard rumors somewhere saying that they're gonna be making a fourth one. I think
that would be cool. I'd be down for that because I think Harold and Kumar, and I think another franchise that's pretty solid in terms of comedy is the American Pie franchise. They pretty much nail all the films. All the films are pretty solid, so I'm comfortable if they come back and do another one if they bring everyone back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think American Pie is being worked on like a sequel with the original cast as well, though. I think.
Oh yeah, that one they should do. This one for now because it's been so long since they did the American Reunion one. They can do basically them as parents parenting their kids in high school. Like that would be like the next step. Like American Parenthood would be like the next episode.
I think that's a great idea. I think the only issue is though they're going to have to get the teen casting spot on because of all those characters.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you we'll see someone from Stranger Things up in there, or something, depending on how old they want the kids to be and stuff.
Well, it depends really, because like from obviously the last American Pie movie, it's been, I can't remember, like maybe 10 years now, maybe a little bit more.
I think so. I think it's been almost 10, 11 years now since American Reunion. Yeah.
So it depends how far they're going to maybe advance it in the future for you, like your idea for like the kids being in the school, you know?
Yeah. Like, do they want them in middle school, high school? I think it would be best if the kids were like, it'd be cool if some of them had kids that were in middle school and then some had kids that were in high school. I think it'd be a good mix because you have the multiple friends and stuff. So maybe one friend has some in middle school and then, maybe Jason Biggs's character and, his wife, because they're always like having sex and everything. They probably have one that's in high school by now.
Well, I think since American Pie, since that reunion, like a lot of them haven't done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think maybe that Alison Hannigan did How I Met Your Mother. She was in that for till it finished. Jennifer Coolidge, I think, did a couple of breakout roles later on.
Oh yeah.
But Sean
Tara
William
Reid
Scott,
was it Tara Reid was it Sharknado or something like
Sharknado,
that?
yeah. I've still never seen the Sharknado movies. I'm shocked I haven't.
I only did the first one. I've only seen the first one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Well, I know it recently got a 4K release, the Sharknado.
Yeah, I think so.
And had like a Barbie inspired cover to it as well. I was like, okay, this is different.
Yeah, they're getting really creative with those boutique labels and stuff because they know that's what's
Right.
kind of crazy because they know we'll buy it. Like our collectors will pay for it. We'll buy it.
Hey, true. If you want the movie, you're gonna go out and get it. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. We've got Ryan Swales in the house saying Happy New Year, everyone. Hey, Ryan. Hope you're well, man. He says, "Are you excited for Night Swim coming in January, or do you think it will be another terrible January movie?"
Ooh, I'm very excited. I actually think that one's going to be pretty cool. It's possible that it could be very generic, something that we've seen before, but I'm hoping for something very stylish, with some good music, good cinematography.
Yeah, so I agree with you. Have you seen both trailers they put out?
I've only seen the first one. Yeah, I've only seen the first one. I was trying to keep myself kind of in the dark. After I saw the first one, I was interested enough. I was like, I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah, well, I was going to say best way because I saw that first trailer, which is, I'd say, very vague. I'll be honest, but in a good way because it does have you kind of interested, like where it's going.
Yeah.
But the other day or a couple of days ago, I went to the cinema. I think it was to see Anyone But You, the new Sydney Sweeney comedy.
Okay.
And they showed a trailer for Night Swim because at first I was like, "Oh, what's this trailer they're showing?" And then as I slowly started getting into it, I could tell it was for Night Swim. And yeah, man, they're like in that second trailer, it shows like everything that kind of happens in the movie.
Yeah, that's what
And
sucks too. Is like we're at that point again where kind of like '80s trailers. If you watch a lot of trailers from back in the '80s, they show you
yeah,
almost the entire movie. And like in like 2 minutes, and like there's also somebody talking and telling you what's happening in the movie. So there's this one guy and he has to do this, he's got to beat this person, like, so then you just learn the whole movie and you're like, okay, and that we're kind of in that era again.
it's so true. It's like you're right. It's like every trailer they have to show you everything that happens in the movie. I just don't think it's needed. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like what happened to like a really good one that people bring up is the Dark Knight trailer. The first teaser for the Dark Knight trailer when that came out, it was just Heath Ledger's Joker laughing over the Dark Knight logo, and it just got brighter and brighter, and then you saw like the date, and that was it, and you just heard him laughing as the Joker, and that was it.
right, but like that's great though because it gives you mystique, and that alone you think, oh, okay, a bit dark. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. So don't watch the new trailer for Night Swim because
Oh,
because when I saw it, like the mystique you have with that first trailer, of course, in if anyone hasn't seen the first trailer, basically a woman's in a pool playing like Marco Polo, and something kind of drags her down towards the trailer, and that's it. That's all you see.
Yep.
In this new trailer, it basically shows you what it's about. Basically, the mystique of the first one, who's dragging the woman down. You see what it looks like that's dragging the woman down. So all the reveals happened already.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, that's what sucks. Like some people, like they just don't know how to cut trailers anymore. There's something out there, like the editors, they just don't know.
No.
Or maybe it's production companies now. Maybe they're just scared that we won't commit to new ideas as fans. Maybe they're scared as audience members we won't commit to just weird, vague ideas, which I don't know. I think that's kind of bullshit in my opinion.
I agree. I think the problem is, I agree with you, and I think it's the production companies. Like that Night Swim, for example, is it Blumhouse horror? Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe that's a Blumhouse project. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Right. Now, that first trailer, as we've been speaking, like we both enjoyed it. We thought it was just pretty simple, but left enough to kind of keep you guessing what's going on. And being horror fans, we're going to go out and check that movie out.
Yep.
But I think the problem is they think that it's only going to be maybe like horror fans that maybe review movies also that's going to see that, and not a general audience if they don't know what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like nowadays with the trailers they make, they feel like they have to show you all the big best bits to get people to be like, "Oh, that looks great. Let's go see that." And I think that's the problem. They don't trust audiences to go see the movie.
Oh yeah, and that's what they don't understand is like I want to say, if I was to divvy it up, I would say like 50% of the people that go see movies are people like us. People who watch trailers, who know what's going on in the community. We go out to support them. Then you probably have like another 30% that are like just the people that go on a whim and they're like, oh, let's just pick a movie like randomly. What are we gonna watch tonight? And then there's like the older crowd, that goes, and it's usually like an actor or some kind of poster that hooks them in something, and then they watch it.
Yeah, I agree. It's that divide between the people, and I think you have to show enough, because like with a horror movie, it's so easy to have like a date night to go see a horror film, or a first date, or whatever. But you're right. Like a lot of the community will just go out and see it anyway, whether it's good or not. They'll go and support the movie.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But yeah, to answer Ryan's question, I think we're both intrigued for it. Probably Norin more than me because he hasn't seen the second trailer. But yeah, bro, don't watch that second trailer. That's all I can say.
All right. I hope we'll see. Maybe because then maybe when we review it and we both review it, maybe our opinions will be completely different because of the way we went into the movie.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's out in a couple of weeks' time anyway, so I'm intrigued anyway. We've got my brother Joe. Joe's the one here saying Happy New Year, everyone. Have a great stream. Yeah, well, hey, Joe. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year to you too, bro, and hope you're doing good. We've also got Briar as well. Hey, Briar, hope you're doing well.
Hey, Briar.
Hey, Mike and Oren. Hope everyone's having a nice New Year's Eve. Yeah, you too, Briar, whatever you're up to today. And Happy New Year to you too as well, Briar. It's been great to collab with you this year. The viewer Drew says, excellent news. I published my top 10 best movies of 2023 to my channel recently. Nice.
Yeah, I saw you.
Nora, have you done your lists yet?
No, I'm kind of refining them. I'm actually still catching up on some stuff. Like I recently watched Saltburn. Actually did, because Mission Impossible was one that I put off. So I had to watch that one too. So there's a couple of films that I'm trying to get in right before the new year. I don't think I'm going to be able to see Iron Claw, of course, until maybe like next weekend. So it'll probably be like next Thursday or something when I'm able to see Iron Claw.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard pretty good things about Iron Claw, so I'm excited as well. I don't know when we get it. I think we get it maybe end of January, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know I know.
It's weird. At least it's not like that Pearl one. That one was weird. Pearl was like almost like 5 months until you guys got that. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what these companies think sometimes with release schedules. So one thing I'd read is when Maxine comes out, we'll probably get that 5 months after you guys get that movie. It's crazy. I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't just do worldwide release and just do it all on the same day just to make it like, like I don't know why. It just makes more sense to me to do it all like
well, yeah, you'd think so. But no, clearly not. Well, Norin, while we're here, I've got to ask you. You've also mentioned it, and I think I saw a photo the other day. What was your thoughts on Saltburn?
Oh, Saltburn. I actually thought that was kind of good. I thought it was pretty good, man. Like I was quite surprised because a lot of people I knew online were hyping it up. I saw people on Facebook and Twitter just like, this is great. This is one of the movies of the year. And I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. I was like, let's just click play, find out what it's about. I actually thought the performances were really good. The cinematography is quite stunning and everything. It's a bit weird. It's definitely a freaking weird movie, but you know what I mean? I'm down for weird movies. Like at least it sticks out. It's something that sticks out and it's memorable.
I agree. I agree with you. So I saw it at the cinema maybe a couple of weeks ago, because it's now on Amazon Prime for anyone who wants to watch it. But I managed to catch it on like a late cinema showing, and a bit like you, man. I don't know if you thought this, but I saw the trailer and I thought, oh, this looks like artsy fartsy kind of rubbish, you know. And I wasn't sold on it at all. I thought this looks terrible. I'm not going to waste my time to go see it. And then, like yourself, I heard reviews, people being like, "Oh, it's amazing," or people being like, "Oh, it's a terrible movie,"
Yeah.
and I was, or people being like, "It's so gross," and I was like, well, "What's so gross about it?" I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah.
There's definitely two moments I was like, "That's nasty," but okay.
Yeah, I actually kind of squared. There's one moment that got me kind of like I was just like, "Ugh," like it gave me like that whole like the squirms. You get the squirms in your you're like, oh, duck. It
Yeah,
has to do with the bathtub. We'll just say it has to do with the bathtub.
I know that scene. Yeah, yeah. But you're right. Like it was like the performances were fantastic and very
Definitely.
dedicated. I will say that, especially Barry Keoghan, Keelan, however you say his name. Um, he gave a fantastic performance. I really loved him in that movie.
Oh yeah, he's great in everything. Like even Eternals. Like I didn't really like Eternals that much, but I thought his character was fantastic in that movie. He was great.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, the Eternals isn't one that really sticks out. I'll be honest, because it kind of feels like it's just come and gone, and that's it, you know. But
Yeah.
like, I forgot the other day that it was even in until someone said, and I was like, oh yeah, he was in the Eternals. Okay. um, Man, I forgot, but no, I agree. I think we're very similar on Saltburn. Both enjoyed it, but it's not for everyone.
Oh yeah, it's
Like,
definitely one of those films it's unique. It's gonna find its own audience. It'll be like one of those cult classic films over the next 10 years.
I think so. I think so. I know, like, since Kona, I know she hated it. I know Jason Neo
Yeah.
Millennial, he hated it as well.
That's what's kind of funny, man. It's like we get along with so many people, and it's like you'd be surprised how many people you get along with, and like your tastes are so vastly different. Like if we went to the movie theaters, like we would totally come out with different opinions. It'd be crazy.
Well, that's it. That's it. The thing is, like yourself, like, I like weird movies to an extent. I think you probably believe more than I do. I'll be honest. Um,
Yeah,
Especially A24. Not to bring up any studios, but if we're going to bring up the obvious, A24.
definitely.
Um, but yeah, man, Saltburn worked for me anyway. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah, I was quite surprised by the time I got to the end. I was like, "All right, cool. I'm cool with this." Not
Yeah,
top 10, but it wasn't top 10 for me, but it's definitely close to honorable mention status. You know what I mean in that category.
yeah. Yeah, I get you. I didn't put it in my top 10 or honorable mentions, but like you, I still had a good time with it.
Yeah.
We've got Adam in the house from What the Gym. Hey Adam, hope you're well, man. Hey guys, everyone watching, hope you all have a great 2024 and rest of the stream. Yeah, thanks Adam for tuning in, man. Appreciate it, and thank you for the kind words. Scooby-Doo and the Blue Falcon.
Yep, that's another crossover. Yeah, he's done a lot of ones like the Blue Falcon, and then there's it's the Grape Ape. Yeah, the Grape Ape, and I forgot what the other crew was. There's some other kind of crew that has that little talking speed buggy, that car that talks, and it's like that one. They do crossovers with that one too.
Okay, that's a bit strange, but okay. Man, imagine if you were to try and explore every Scooby-Doo crossover.
Oh yeah, it'd be insane because they did there's way more movies than TV shows, and the movies or the TV show itself, that was 174 hours of watch time, I think, that I did with all the shows. And then for the movies, there's 46 movies now, I think. So there's a lot.
Jeez, I didn't realize there was that many.
Yeah, that's including all the live action ones too. So that's live action, animation, everything. Yeah, there's 46, I think.
I guess in a way I'm not surprised, because back when we were kids, kind of growing up into teenagers, the movies didn't seem as common. Whereas now it's like the collab with Crypto or Batman or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever, really.
Yeah, they go through phases where they just they hit and miss, like all kinds. I think they even did because it's a supernatural episode, I believe in season 7 or 8, something like that, where they did an animation Scooby-Doo episode of Supernatural.
What? There's just some universes like that. I just think, how does that mesh with Scooby? I mean, I know it's obviously like the ghost and it's unmasking the ghosts and stuff, but still, it's weird.
Yeah. I think it's just Scooby. He's a cultural icon. If I was to say, if somebody was to ask me, like, who is the biggest cultural icon, I would probably say Scooby-Doo over like Bugs Bunny or even Mickey Mouse. I would say Scooby-Doo is probably a bigger cultural icon than both of those characters.
Definitely up there in that status for sure.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those like, oh, have you ever heard of Scooby-Doo? 99% of people is probably going to say yeah.
Yeah.
So, I get. We've got Gareth here, Video Tasties. Happy New Year, everyone. Hey, Gareth.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, man. And Norin got a question for you. It comes from Sai.
Oh.
He says, Norin, have you seen the pilot episode of Mystery Incorporated on YouTube? A young filmmaker tried to crowdfund a live-action series of Scooby-Doo. Okay.
Oh, really? Wow. No, I didn't. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, if it was a live action episode pilot thing, no, I haven't seen that.
I've never heard of that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I've seen Mystery Incorporated, the TV show, and that one's good because it's got some really cool like elements where it has like 13 Ghosts, where it has a through storyline throughout the 2 seasons, and that was the one where I felt like Fred, Velma, Daphne, all of them, Shaggy, they were the most 3-dimensional deep characters is in the Mystery Incorporated TV show.
Right. I remember your thoughts on that one as well, and it's cool that it had like a through line story to the entire thing as well. That's unique.
Yeah. So it's a little different because it makes you want to commit all the way through and you want to watch it. But there's something fun about the serial nature of the other ones too, because it's just like a quick 30-minute story. You pop it on, you enjoy it. It's like candy almost. You know what I mean, or a quick munchie.
Right. Yeah, like those ones are always easy to binge watch kind of series. So yeah, I get that. I think a live action Scooby-Doo series could work though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would be down for it, definitely. I think it's about time now. It's been long enough we can do it.
Yeah, and I don't think you'd need like crazy CGI special effects or anything either, really. I don't think.
Yeah, I think maybe lean more into the campy side of it and practical effects. You'd probably have a better. You'd grow a bigger audience.
Yeah, I think it could honestly do well, but I don't know why they don't do it. Bit of a strange decision. Maybe one day, man.
Yeah.
Playing down under saying Tim Curry, Clue, how good?
Oh, is he asking how good is it, or have you seen it?
I'm guessing he's seen it and he loves it. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Anyway.
Have you seen Clue, Mike?
No.
Oh, damn. That's a good one, man. Yeah, if you like campy, silly humor, that's just the most ridiculous, like kind of almost like toilet potty humor stuff. Sometimes it's just you'll crack your ass up. It's hilarious.
Okay. I've heard great things about it. It's just one I haven't got to yet, though.
Oh yeah, and then if you have I don't know if I still have it. I used to. I had the DVD, and they have 3 different versions to the ending of the movie. So when you're about to watch the movie, you can pick which ending you want, or you can pick all the endings and just watch all of them.
Okay. That's unique. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that they shot like 3 different endings just because it's, I guess, the game thing, to choose different killers and stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's quite unique because you don't usually get that in movies. So that's cool.
Yeah, there's some unique things that they don't do anymore, like even physical media releases on DVDs. They used to have Easter eggs where like you can do hidden moves with your remote on the menu screen and find hidden
Yeah.
special features, and they don't even do that anymore.
Well, do you remember? I don't know if you ever got this, but I remember on DVD or Blu-ray or maybe both. Final Destination 3, when they're on the roller coaster, like the theme park.
Oh yeah.
On the DVD, there was a special. Again, it was DVD or Blu-ray. I can't remember. There was like a special features on it where, as the movie goes, like you got to pick the option paths of some of the characters.
Yeah, I
And
remember
I
that. I
thought
think
that was so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the DVD, I think, because I remember it because I
Yeah.
had that one, and then I had Van Wilder. I had a Van Wilder. I still have it, a double
Nice.
disc special edition DVD that has a bunch of side special features on it, hidden ones that you have to go through the menu and like look for them and stuff.
Man, you've just brought that up, and I completely forgot about Van Wilder. Wow.
That was the first time. Actually, that was the second time I saw Ryan Reynolds. The first time I ever saw Ryan Reynolds was a TV show called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. I think they only had that.
I remember that.
Nice. Yeah, I think they only did like 1 or 2 seasons. It was like really short lived.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever watched the full seasons. I've watched like clips here and there of that. Yeah, man, I enjoyed that. Like Van Wilder, I remember I really enjoyed. So I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Oh yeah.
I also love Waiting with him in. Waiting's great.
Oh yeah, that one. If anybody who's worked in a kitchen will understand why that movie's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I've worked in a kitchen in the past, so I understand completely. Yeah, it's such a great comedy. It doesn't get talked about, but I love that movie.
Did you ever commit and watch the sequel, Still Waiting? Did you ever watch Still Waiting?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure.
You don't remember that one? That one you might have to revisit if you don't remember it. Revisit it because that one I actually was quite surprised. I liked it. It's not as good as the first one, but it's pretty close. Like it was pretty close. I liked it.
Still Waiting. Has that got some of the original casting? Maybe like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, it's got a couple reoccurring cast members, and then the main lead actor guy was the dude from Shameless who plays in the American version. He plays the neighbor boyfriend or something like that. He plays Kevin.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yes, I have seen Still Waiting, but it's been a very long time.
And Andy Milonakis is in it too, I think. Yeah, Andy Milonakis was in it. Yeah.
I don't remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember a lot about it because it must have been at least 10 years plus. Maybe I've seen that one. But
Yeah, it was all right. It's like I said, not as good as the first one, but still pretty decent.
yeah, I mean, man, this is just bringing back memory lane. This dude, like collecting DVDs, man. This is awesome. Wow, gotta
That's
watch
why I
the
was
next year.
yeah, that's why I was so happy when I found that West Side Story DVD one that I found that box set because I used to own that same exact one, and I saw that at like a store. It wasn't an FYE; it was kind of like a collectible store. They had Pop Heroes and action figures and DVDs and VHSs. And I saw that West Side Story one, and I was like, I have to own that because I used to own that DVD one, and it comes with the script and the sing along screenplay and stuff. So I was just like, I need to own that one.
But that box set you got, though, is like such a cool collector's edition box, though. Like, so awesome.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, sometimes the DVDs ones, and especially if they go out of print, they're even more expensive or even rare and stuff like that. Like Sleepaway Camp, they did
Yeah.
I think it might have been Blu-ray, but I'm pretty sure it was a DVD box set of the Sleepaway Camp movies they did together, and it
Mhm.
looked like a medic pack. It looked like a med pack you would have at like your
Oh,
camp or something in your nurse's
yeah.
station. And that man is so expensive and pricey right now. I think it's like $500 if you want to. People are trying to sell it for because it's that rare and out of print.
Wow. Wow. Not unless you win the lottery, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah, I would never pay like that. Yeah, nothing that crazy for that much. Yeah, it better be something pretty wild if it's going to be that much.
Right. But that's the thing, though. Like, when these companies release these movies in those special edition packaging, it's just like they're so hard to get because they sell out straight away, and it's a
Oh
shame.
yeah, some of them are very popular. They don't make enough, but I like the fact that Arrow Video is pretty good where they do like they keep a lot in stock and all that, and then Shout Factory will do that thing where they kind of re-release them. They'll be like, "All right, well, we kind of found more in stock, haha, in our warehouse. Here's more." Like, and you're like you're like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah, I still need to order something from Shout Factory. I really do,
Yeah,
because you guys
they're
get
pretty
some really
good.
great releases.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Like some of the stuff is generic. Like I hate when they've already done it on Blu-ray and then they do it on 4K. They don't typically do anything new with it. They don't really like get any new features or anything like that. It's just basically repackaging and they just strap the 4K thing on it. But
Right.
if some of the other releases they've done are really good. Like their steel books. I like a lot of their steel books and stuff. Like that Carrie one was really fire. I like that one.
That Carrie State book's gorgeous. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And that was
Yeah,
so fun revisiting that because revisiting that one, I just climbed up my list of Stephen King movies. I was like, damn, like this is so good. Like this is a really good movie. I really like it, and especially for a Brian De Palma film, it might be my favorite. I think I said that when I was talking about it.
I like Brian De Palma, so I've never seen the original Carrie, man. I've seen the remake, but not the original.
The remake's not bad either. Like they even did a sequel to the original one called Rage 2 or Rage 2 Carrie, something like that. So there's
Okay.
three of them I think total.
Wow, I didn't know they did a sequel to the original Carrie. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, I think it came out, if I remember correctly, in the mid '90s. It came out, I think, in like that Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream era type.
Mhm. Okay, so do you think it just got forgotten about pretty much then?
Yeah, it just got forgotten about. Like I said, it wasn't awful. I think a lot of people probably take it as a sin because it does take liberties and tie itself to the first one in certain ways that I think a lot of people didn't like. But I
Right.
mean, I thought the performances were okay. And in terms of like a '90s cheeky horror film, it works fine.
Okay. Okay. Oh, cool, man. I'll check both of them out. Um, especially the original Carrie. I've wanted to watch that for so long, so I'll definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that one.
I'll let you know, man. I'll message you straight afterwards as well. um, Viewer Drew is saying, I saw Raging Bull yesterday. Nice.
Nice, Robert De Niro. Mm.
Yeah, it's well beloved, that movie. So, cool, Drew. I hope you enjoyed it, man. Patrick saying, wrong Avengers. We want you to deep dive Steve and Mrs. Peel.
Oh yeah, okay. So the Avenger, he's talking about the first Avengers. Have you ever seen that?
No, can't
Okay, so
say.
I think this is based off of, if I remember correctly, this is based off a British TV show. I'm pretty sure, and it's about spies. It's about spies and espionage and stuff like that. And the
Okay.
actors that play in this movie are Ray Fiennes, and I think it's Uma Thurman. I think so. Don't quote me on it, but I know the
Okay.
guy is Ray Fiennes. I believe the guy is Ray Fiennes, and it's like kind of like Kingsman style. Think Kingsman spy type stuff.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's very British, very English. It's really fun, dude. It was really cool. That's a hidden gem. I'm surprised he knows about that.
I mean, Patrick's got a lot of knowledge on film, so
Nice.
cool, man. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. Actually, never heard of it. He's saying I would dig another American Pie entry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need it because I think they deserve it. That cast is so fun.
Yeah, and that reunion was awesome as well. So I'll be for another one. American Pie is getting a 25th anniversary re-release in cinemas. Oh, cool.
I gotta go. I gotta go for that. I'll have to go for that.
Yeah.
Shit, I saw that when it first came out. I saw that when it first came out in theaters.
Wow. Wow, you old fart.
Yep, 99. That was a big year. A lot of people don't realize that 99 was a big summer. We had American Pie, we had The Phantom Menace, Matrix, Titanic. It was packed. It was jam packed that summer.
I remember. I remember that summer, yeah, and I remember like when it turned to the year 2000, and that was huge, So I remember it, man. But yeah, I definitely ought to see this in cinemas as well. I hope that's true.
For sure.
Plain Down Under said, I would like 3 more Star Wars movies.
Okay.
I think they're coming.
Yeah.
I think I saw somewhere that, I think it was at Star Wars Comic-Con or whatever it is it's called. Daisy Ridley's been announced to come back. So it's going to happen.
Yeah, they got plans. Like I'm hoping that they do movies though that don't have to be a trilogy or have to be a sequel or anything like that. Like I'd be cool if they just do like one-off movies, you know what I mean? Just about stories in the universe. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. I think they need to do something to separate it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But of course, with Daisy Ridley coming back, I'm guessing it's going to be episode 10 at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because the only other thing I think they're doing for sure was I think they're still working on that Acolyte TV show, which is supposed to be about the Sith, like in the old Republic time. So we'll see.
Okay, that would be cool. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much Star Wars nowadays, though. I'm way behind on it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of crazy because I'm not used to it. I'm as a Star Wars fan, I'm used to waiting like 5 to 10 years before I get like another Star Wars content thing, and now it's like, oh, we got it next month, and then 2 months from now, there's another show, and then like you said, the next movie's in 2 years. You're like, oh God, Jesus.
It's getting a bit like the MCU and DC in a way, just saturated content, I think.
Oh yeah. And that's why there's some things I love about it, and it's so cool. Like I said, like when you watch Anthony A. Perez, because he's so passionate about it and he loves it so much. And like I love Star Wars to death, but I still think as a Star Wars fan, I do miss that time where I'm like, we wait a few years before we get another content. We're like we kind of miss it. It's like, oh, it's been a while, and then all of a sudden it's like 5 years later, and then you hear that music again swelling up, and you're like, oh my God, it's happening.
No, but I agree. I know you and Anthony's way bigger Star Wars fans than I am. Of course, I'll be first to say that. But Yeah, I agree, man. Because I remember when like Force Awakens came out, and I was like hyped to see that movie.
Yeah.
And even if the sequels didn't turn out to be amazing, I still was excited to see them.
Oh yeah, like so. Sorry, that's probably my dog's barking right now. The kids are getting up.
It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, I remember when the Force Awakens trailer came up, man. I remember watching it on my phone, and I remember crying. I remember crying hardcore when I watched that Force Awakens trailer.
Oh man. Oh, well, that's cool though. That's cool. And it just goes to show that the emotion and how much you care for it, though. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, so if they announce another Star Wars movie, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm not bothered in a way. It's sad to say that.
Yeah, it's just there's a little bit less. It's fizzled out. There's a little bit less spark when they announce projects now sometimes, and then especially with the whole Kathleen Kennedy thing, they drop so many projects that it's kind of like you don't know what to trust. Are we ever going to see that? Do you want to get excited about an idea because it might not ever come?
Yeah, exactly. And I know recently, if I'm not mistaken, I think Taika Waititi's doing a Star Wars movie as well.
Yeah, see that I heard. Yeah, I've been hearing that and everything, and then I heard rumors where he backed out and stuff. But I heard he was supposed to be the head of the new trilogy, and then now it's Dave Filoni. So it's just like you really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Patrick saying Natasha Lyonne overcame like drug addiction and is doing Poker Face for Peacock.
Oh yeah, she's great on that. That's actually a really fantastic show. She's great because American Pie people like she's doing fantastic on that show.
Well, she did she also do Russian Doll? Is that her?
Oh, that I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Okay, I can't remember if that's her or not, but I know it's about when the character gets killed, but they keep reliving the same day, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's a series on Netflix. I don't know if it's her or not. I can't remember. But we've got Playing Down Under saying about R.I.P. Heath Ledger when we were talking about Batman before.
Definitely.
Absolutely, man. I would have loved to have seen what he would have done if he was still here, with his career just taken off.
Oh yeah, he would definitely have been a star for ages and ages to come. Like I said, he would have been one of those stars that we herald.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a shame. Such a shame, man. We've got John Smith here saying, ahoy, hoy, all hey, John. Hope you're well, man. Haven't seen you in a while, so hope you're doing well. We've got Drew saying, which 2024 movie are you more interested in? Night Swim or Bob Marley One Love?
I can answer that. I'm actually more excited for Bob Marley One Love. Like that. Oh, it looks so good, man. I remember seeing the trailer for that, and I got goosebumps a little bit when I saw that One Love trailer.
Oh, nice, man. I don't think I've seen a trailer for it, so I'd have to go Night Swim.
You have to go Night Swim. Nice.
Is the trailer for Bob Marley One Love just one of those kind of like biopic, like dramas in a way? Is that how it's advertised, or?
Yeah, it's like a based on true story, like documentary type thing, or real life stuff and everything. The actor looks like really good and everything, and it looks like it's gonna highlight some things in his career that are really important and stuff. So I'm excited to see it.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. I've seen like a little clip, like a quick 10 seconds clip or something. That's all I've seen of it.
Okay.
But I always like a biopic because I always feel like I learn something from that person or band or whatever. So I'm interested.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like you said, he's one of those iconic people. Like we were just talking about somebody, like Heath Ledger. Like Bob Marley was taken from us way too soon, and another icon in this industry. So it'll be exciting to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think he'd probably introduce a lot of people to his music as well. So it'll be interesting. Sure. I don't know when it's out though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it comes out here. I think in February. I want to say February. I think.
Oh, not long then, really. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I look forward to your review as well, man. I'll check that out as well. Sin was saying about before. Oh Lord, with Saltburn. Sin was not a fan.
Yeah, I'm a weird person though. Like my wife even tells me though sometimes too. She's like, "You like weird stuff." She's like, "Oh, like sometimes I feel like I do it on purpose." Like especially when I find out like a lot of people don't like things, I'm like, "Oh well, I'm totally gonna be into that."
Right, right. And I know you like those kind of movies, so I thought it'd be up your alley.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, one that was kind of close to that was I know you didn't like it, but I did. Was Bones and All. I know that was one.
Oh, oh man, snores and all I think that title is.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It wasn't so much I don't think overall it was a weird movie. There was some couple of strange parts for sure. I don't know. I just think it was a mixed kind of pacing movie. I would say.
Yeah, I just tried to do maybe a little bit too much for you, and you're like, "Oh, nah, I'm not cool with that."
Yeah, just a bit. It was a bit of a strange one, being like a cannibalism drama, in a way. I don't
Yeah.
know, bit of a strange one, like in that aspect, I guess. John saying Saltburn saw the trailer, and all I could think was, this person has seen the talented Mr. Ripley too. I've never seen that, so I can't compare.
Oh, really nice.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because, like, yeah, when you watch certain trailers like that, we get the same feel where you're like, oh, here's this loaded cast and this really artsy movie with like probably like this really deep plot or a really complex, convoluted thing, and you're like, all right, it's either going to be a really hit or it's going to be a really miss.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I've heard of the talented Mr. Ripley, but never seen it though.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I think a couple of people in the chat say, yeah, like Patrick saying agree. Saltburn screams Mr. Ripley. Patrick does have a question for you, Nora, and he says, "Will Skinamarink make your list?"
I was actually thinking about doing the top 10 bottom list this year, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to do a worst list this year. I was thinking about maybe just calling it disappointing or just maybe like just actually making it a top 20 list this year and stuff instead of doing the worst list and being like, negative kind of video type thing. Skinamarink would be on the lower end, definitely for sure, because it was something that I wasn't into. Like I watched it twice actually too, which is kind of crazy. I watched it once by myself in the middle of
Yeah.
the night at like 3 in the morning, because that's what people told me to do. They're like, you gotta watch this in the middle of the night, like when it's dark and it's creepy and then no one's up. And so I watched it at like 3 in the morning by myself, and then I showed my daughter like a couple days later because she wanted to see what it was all about, and I was just like, "Told you, it's not really going on."
Man, I still haven't seen it, but like yourself, like I know like Lisa Loves did not like the movie at all. But then some
Yeah,
people loved it at the same time. So I'm still intrigued.
it's definitely what is it? No, I wouldn't say it's artsy fartsy. It's a Oh my god, it's something different. It's not even found footage. It's something more than found footage. It's actually something different. So I appreciate it for that because I think it's going to break the doors open for other kind of creative ideas. But I think this is the like the starting point to something better.
Right, right, I get you. So would you say it's more like experimental?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, experimental horror. It's very experimental, and we'll see where, like the creator, I would love to see what they do next. The guy who did that, I would love to see what he creates next if he continues with horror.
Right. Yeah, I think you make a good point, and I'm definitely intrigued to see Skinamarink and see where I lie on that movie. I'll be honest. Um, if I do, I'll probably might do a review as well for it. So we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see. John saying I had no idea Scooby Doo lore went so deep. Yeah, man. Well, according to Norin, it's like right at the bottom of the ocean, my friend. That's how far it goes.
Oh yeah, it's kind
And
of crazy.
it's nuts. Like after all this. Playing down under Velma is hot.
I was always a bigger Daphne fan. A lot of people say that. I know Velma is
Yeah.
cute, definitely, because she's got the glasses. She's got the kind of library girl thing going on, best friend thing. But I've always
Right.
been a big fan of Daphne. Plus, Daphne, if you think about it, she's the Bruce Wayne of the group. She's got the money. She's rich. She's got the butler. She's able to acquire a lot of things. So she's kind of like the Bruce Wayne of the group.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that. But yeah, I've got to agree, man. I think Velma and Daphne, yeah, both, I would say. Both in their own
cute.
ways, I think. By the way, if anyone is watching live and they want to join us in the live stream, drop me a message on Facebook and we'll see if we can get you in on the stream.
Yeah.
Ryan Searle's got an interesting question. He says, will you be watching the Roadhouse remake? I'm intrigued, but nowhere in the same level as Swayze. Okay. Well, Norin, have you seen Roadhouse?
Yeah, I've seen the original. That's a really good film, by the way. One of Patrick Swayze's best films, and got some really good fight choreography in it. And in terms of the remake, I'm excited because it's Jake Gyllenhaal, mainly because it's Gyllenhaal, and I trust him as an actor and the projects that he picks. So I know he wouldn't pick a project that's just like some cookie cutter, washed up remake kind of shit.
Yeah, I agree with you on Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, I love him as an actor as well. I think he's fantastic. But I only saw the original for the first time this year, and I thought it was great. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. So I can't really picture a remake. I'll be honest with you.
I know it's gonna be weird because it's like in my mind, I'm the same way like you. Like I'm like, I don't see them capturing that vibe again. It's like it's gonna have to be something completely different. Like you're gonna have to feel it, and it's gonna have to be its own flavor. So that's why I'm hoping it's gonna be kind of like Southpaw. If you saw Jake Gyllenhaal in Southpaw, that's a very good movie that has Rocky vibes, but it's still its very own flavor. So I thought that's what it needs to be.
Yeah, I remember seeing Southpaw in the cinemas, and I actually really enjoyed that movie. So I can get that. I don't know. I think it's just like the original Roadhouse is like so cheesy for like what it is and that time. Like it works. And I think if they try to modernize it, will it have that same effect? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
I don't know if I heard right or not, and I could be wrong. I think I heard somewhere to say that for Roadhouse, I don't know if it's going to be like some kind of like MMA fight at some point in the film, and Jake Gyllenhaal was like shooting a scene in like a real arena or something like that.
I heard that. I actually heard that I was going to lean more into like ultimate fighting MMA stuff. So I think I don't know what the storyline is going to be. It's going to be kind of interesting. Like he going to be the guy that comes back and he starts working at a bar and then he gets into MMA fighting to make money. You know what I mean? To help somebody. Like there's a couple options. There's a couple ways they can go about it.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. Like, I think what you're saying probably makes the most sense how he's going to get to MMA fighting. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like that original movie didn't have any of that. It was cheesy. It was great. Like a lot of the action scenes happens at the bar or where he stays in that farmhouse kind of thing. So,
and Sam Elliott's great in that. Sam Elliott's fantastic in that. That man is a gem. It looks like he almost hasn't aged a day when you see him today. It's crazy.
He hasn't. He really hasn't. And he was the standout for me in Roadhouse. I thought he was terrific.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's such a like everything he's in. I think he was in the first Ghost Rider. He's in Roadhouse. He's in a lot of stuff, and he just pops up, and he's so good. He was in the one with Jeff Bridges, where he plays the dude.
The dude. Is it R.I.P.D.?
No, that's a good movie too, by the way. But this one was a Coen Brothers movie. Someone in the comments is probably going to hit us up with it pretty quick. The Big Lebowski.
Thinking of asking. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, he's a great actor, and you're right. He doesn't look like he's aged at all. I'll be honest. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I don't think it's going to be as good, of course, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as good, especially because you're talking to somebody who, like you said, somebody who recently watched it, Mike, and he loves it, and then me, somebody who's seen it as a child, and I freaking adore it. So yeah, I really don't think it's gonna be as good. We just hope for something different and
mhm,
stylish, you know?
mhm. Something different. I think that's probably the best way than just a flat out remake. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a retelling. I think that could possibly work,
that's true.
but we'll see. Patrick saying there is a ton of Scooby Doo. We can all relate to loving Scooby snacks. Yeah, can indeed, man. So iconic. Clue, such a great movie, but Tim Curry's performance is unbelievable. Oh man, you've got me intrigued on it. I mean, John's Adam saying Clue is amazeballs. There is a fan-made audiobook of the novelization here on YouTube. Oh,
Oh
cool.
wow, that's awesome.
I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out, John. Thanks for the heads up on that.
Oh, God. That's great, man.
I
That's one
remember
of the
that as well. Oh man, thanks playing down under for the scars there. Final Destination 3, pick your poison.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Final Destination is fire or lit, whatever you want to say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I like that one.
was it Mary Elizabeth Winstead, right? Was the lead in that one? She's the lead
Yeah,
main character. Yeah, she's great.
and I think I heard somewhere that they're making a new Final Destination as well. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it comes out this coming year in 2024, I believe so. We're supposed to get a new Final Destination movie, a new Saw movie. The
Yeah,
Jason TV show is supposed to come out, so we're gonna get a lot of new content.
a lot of new horror as well. So
Yeah.
it seems to be more and more horror every year at the moment. So I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, it's popping. It's definitely like we're in the sea of new horror, and I think right now that's the number one genre because a lot of production companies are realizing that that's the best way to make money right now. It's the best, quick, easiest return is to make horror
Yeah.
content.
To be fair though, it always has been. I mean, even if you look at the past few years when it hasn't been as maybe spoke about as openly, I guess maybe that's the way to say it. Like for example, if you take back a couple of years, you take it back to movies like The Bye Bye Man or Slender Man, for example.
Yeah.
Like two awful movies right there, especially Slender Man. But like both of them grossed a lot at the box office, even though they're terrible. And again, it just comes back to that thing when we were talking about it, just kind of like a cheap date night movie, or have it where kids can go in, or like teenagers, and they'll go see it. You know?
Oh yeah, especially if you got that. Some of them when they hit that PG-13 thing, they do it right because, like I said, you open up the doors for like that more audience money and stuff like that.
Yeah, and especially at that age, I mean, the teens are going to be like feeling quite risky seeing a horror movie as well. So
Yeah, it's true.
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. Playing down under saying two guys, a girl, and the pizza place was very funny, great sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nora's seen it more than I have. Arrow do release some banger DVDs, mainly by brimming them with special features.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I love Arrows because they always have good packaging, and the special features are always really worth it. So that's why I like Arrows. My probably my favorite boutique label at the moment.
hmm yeah. I mean, they always do such fantastic releases as well, um, and the restorations are amazing on them as well.
Oh yeah. They take real good care. Like I said, they get the good 4Ks and stuff. Like that American Werewolf in London one looks really spectacular.
Yeah, I'm gutted. I missed out on that one. I'll be honest with you, but it
Ah man,
it goes for a lot of money now, though. So I'm just kind of like we were talking earlier, I don't want to spend that extra money to get it, you know?
Oh yeah, only if it's like a special movie. Like there's very few movies in my life that I would double dip on multiple times, you know, just because of the release or new packaging or stuff like that, you know, because I love them that much.
Yeah, the new artworks and stuff to do for them is fantastic as well. So
Oh yeah.
definitely agree. Definitely intrigued to see what else they're going to release on the Arrow label. We've got Dimension Scott here. Hey guys, Happy New Year. Hey Scott, hope you're well. Happy New Year, Scott, and Happy New Year everyone in the chat as well who's watching live right now after the fact as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Playing Down Under. Yeah, I was in my prime in 1999. I'm sure you still are, my friend. I'm sure you still are.
Yeah, those were good years, man. Like I said, playing Pokemon, watching wrestling. You had WWE, right. WCW going on. It was exciting times.
Man, I was 9 years old at that point, and and you're right. Yeah, I remember like the playing Pokemon on my Game Boy Color at the time, and watching like Raw or SmackDown and stuff. And yeah, man, great times.
Oh yeah, I think even Tough Enough came out at that time too. WWE Tough Enough started at that time. That TV show.
I think it did. Yeah, it wasn't as huge at the time.
Yeah,
but yeah, I kind of remember something like that. Kind of meshed in with Raw and stuff. Movie Tree Podcast saying, I'm looking forward to Secret Wars. I hope they can turn things around at Marvel with that movie as a starting point. Okay. I mean, Norin, what's your thoughts on Marvel at the moment?
I have some bright hopes for some of the characters just because I like some of the characters still and I'm interested in them and everything. But as a whole, like I don't think I'm ever gonna be as excited as I was like during the, you know, pre-Endgame phase. You know what I mean? During Civil War and all that stuff. When you're kind of getting to Endgame, I think that was the most exciting it was, and I think that's the most exciting it's ever gonna be again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good point, especially with all the 10-year worth of build up to get to that movie at the end and the payoff as well it had. Yeah, like you, man, I agree. Like, I'm hoping Marvel can bounce back. I'm hoping they can get me really pumped to see their movies and their projects in the future. But I just haven't been excited for a very long time, which I miss. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest. I think probably Deadpool 3 next year is probably I'm definitely intrigued to check that one out for sure.
I think that's the only Marvel project coming out next year, right? I'm pretty sure in terms of movies, I think that's the only one coming out.
Yeah, I think it might be the only one, or there might be one other one, but I can't remember what it is. If it is,
yeah,
I know they'll have a couple of TV series out next year, no doubt about it. But yeah, I think if Deadpool 3 is good, which I can imagine it will be, Hugh Jackman's coming back. I think that could get me on board a little bit more with Marvel again. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I do miss a lot of the mutant content. I miss that stuff because, like I said, the X-Men, 20th Century Fox, and the X-Men stuff. I don't think they were that bad. Like a lot of the X-Men movies are still really good and they hold up today. So I miss a lot of the mutant content.
Yeah, I mean, like Days of Future Past is fantastic. The X-Men one. First Class, I really enjoyed First Class as well.
Yeah, First Class, that X-Men 2, The United, that first one when Nightcrawler shows up for the first time, that scene in the White House is so good.
Mm-hmm. They do have some really solid entries. It just dipped towards the end where I just don't think they cared anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be interesting with Secret Wars anyway. I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard mixed things. John says, when I saw Daisy Ridley, all I can think was, whatever happened to Keira Knightley?
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I mean, Keira Knightley, you don't really hear a lot about nowadays, I'll be honest.
Yeah, she doesn't really do much. Some people, I think they just kind of, after they make their money, they're kind of done with the limelight. They want to just kind of fade off into the shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe if they do another Pirates of the Caribbean, she'll make a return. Who knows? Patrick saying, "Oh, Mike, you need to discover the Avengers. It stars Patrick McNee and Dame Diana Riggs, among other actresses. The new Avengers features McNee and Joanna Lumley.
Okay.
Fiennes and Furman did the movie, but we don't talk about that one." Oh man, well I've never heard of this other one with Patrick McNee and Dame Diana Riggs. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a total thing you're gonna have to dive into. You're gonna have to dive into those for sure.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I think this one you mentioned though with Fiennes and Furman. Now that you guys mentioned the names, I think I remember seeing the DVD cover, but that's kind of about it. But I'm not too sure. I'll have to check. Plain Down says there is a famous YouTube vid that shows a grown man crying his eyes out over a Star Wars trailer, but I get it. It was probably Norin, man, in that video.
Could have been, man. Like I said, I get emotional sometimes. Yeah, with certain stuff, like it's mainly the music. There's certain tones and certain music swells that they just get you because it takes you right back to that time.
Right, exactly, and especially if you grew up with it as well.
Yeah.
He says, "Who can say no to reggae?" Do I like a bit reggae? Regarding Bob Marley, yeah, I agree. Bob Marley One Love comes out in theaters on February 14th. Oh,
sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, so it'll be a Valentine's Day movie. Nice little Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a different Valentine's movie for sure. I'm down. That sounds unique. I've got Lego M News in the house. Hey, Lego, hope you're well, man. Yo, Mike, Happy New Year from my area. Hope you're doing well. And I want to know, I'm doing good. Yeah, hope you're doing well. I want to know, will you be checking If next year? The trailer made it look like such a fun time, and I'll be sure to check it out.
Haven't seen that one.
I'm just going to quickly Google it. I think it might be an anime movie. I think.
Nice. While you Google, I'm gonna go grab another beer while you Google. I'll be right back.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Okay. So if I'm just on Google for anyone else who doesn't know, because I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue here. It says it's an upcoming American live action / animated fantasy comedy, written and co-produced by John Krasinski. All right, that's cool. Voice. So the cast includes Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Fiona Shaw. Voice cast: Steve Carell, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon. Wow. Okay. That's got quite a unique cast to it. Yeah, I could be intrigued for that. I haven't seen anything about it, but we'll see.
That's pretty stacked. I heard the names on that. That's pretty stacked.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. Patrick saying bottom list Skinnamarink. Ah, man.
Yeah, some people they really love it. Like Angel from the Voices from Mausoleum, she loves it because it reminds her of a lot of the horror games that she used to play as a kid, and it kind of takes her back to that time. You know what I mean? So I can understand why some people really like it.
Yeah, I've heard like interest, as you mentioned, like heard mixed things, heard interesting things about it. So Patrick loves it. I know Patrick really enjoyed it. So I'm intrigued if I fall in the camp of you and Lisa, who didn't like it, or on his side and be like, "Oh wow, this is great." So I'm intrigued. I know Ryan of RW. I don't think he was a fan either. Sure. I've got Menagel here saying, "Hey guys, and Mike, hey man, hope you're doing well, Menagel. Hope you had a nice Christmas and wishing you a happy New Year. Yeah, you too, man. Hope you have a fantastic New Year. Christmas was good. Christmas was good for Norin, apart from the TV situation that he's had. From what I've heard.
That's the only thing that sucked, man. Because I was like, my whole plans for the next day, because we do all our stuff on Christmas Eve. So I worked the night before. I got off, slept a couple hours, and then I cooked all day. And my plans were Christmas Day the next day, watching Christmas basketball all day on the new TV and stuff. It was just all shot to shit. I was
Oh man, especially when you've got plans, there's nothing worse than that, though.
Yeah.
You just have to make up for it, man, when you get the new TV and you're next off work as well.
Oh yeah, I'll get some good movie watching. I'll probably pop in a bunch of my 4Ks and stuff, and I'll save a
Yeah,
couple Nuggets games because now that I work graveyards, I usually record the games because sometimes I can't watch them because I'll be sleeping and stuff.
get you. You have plenty to catch up with then. Yeah, for sure. And now she was saying, can you believe we are getting Godzilla X Kong and Deadpool 3? I can't wait. They literally feel around the corner. Yeah, not be long to either one of those. Probably Godzilla Kong v be out first, then Deadpool maybe later on in the year, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, and congratulations, by the way, the Godzilla -1 is now currently the largest grossing Toho Godzilla film of all time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Absolutely well deserved, though. That film's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. Yeah, I got pretty emotional with that one too. Like, on the verge of tears, like where I was like, kind of like goosebumps and like the wet eyes and stuff.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So you're not alone, man. You're not alone. Yeah, man, I was just sat there, like, even when the credits ended, just listening to the music and taking it in what I just watched as well. So really enjoyed
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I'm excited. But so Godzilla -1 was awesome. I'm kind of not excited for Godzilla X Kong at the same time. So
It's definitely a different flavor. It's different. A lot of people they don't understand that some of the things with Godzilla is like there's two different kind of versions. There's the whole campy anti-hero version of Godzilla where he's like our friend and he fights other monsters and stuff, and then there's like the actual horror movie Godzilla, like you're supposed to be afraid of Godzilla kind of thing.
right, and exactly that's what like -1 was straight away. The more
Yeah.
scariest side of Godzilla. Yeah, and I enjoyed seeing that side of Godzilla. I'll be honest.
A lot of people love it because they equate it to like it's basically like Jaws. It's almost like like a giant version of Jaws almost.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, like the fact that he wasn't. You don't get a lot of Godzilla in it, but when he shows up, he really shows up in that movie. So yeah, I think it's well balanced as well. That the amount of time he's on the screen, the amount of times he's not on the screen. I would say.
Yeah. And then I liked it enough too because I liked the characters. They were interesting enough that I loved spending time with them, and I was actually concerned and wanted to see the resolution for the story, and everything.
Right, right. Same here. Same here. So I'm excited. I kind of hope not to give spoilers for anyone who's not seen it, but I hope they don't do a sequel. I'll be honest with you, but
Yeah,
I feel like
you're great.
I feel like they will.
Yeah, I think they're going to. Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, and again, that's not a spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen. I'm not going to tell you guys how it ends or how that could be, but yeah,
Yeah,
I hope they release a really awesome steel book of it though. That's what I'm got my fingers crossed for.
for real.
Yeah. John saying, when it comes to remakes, I say take a movie that was a cool idea, but it didn't really work, and make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's some movies like there's one that I love. This is a sci-fi film. I believe this is from the early '70s called Logan's Run. I want to see a remake of
Oh
that.
yeah.
I would love to see a remake of Logan's Run because I think we're kind of in the perfect time where we can do a remake of that and we have enough technology to kind of do a newer version.
Hmm. I think I don't think I've seen Logan's Run, but I've definitely heard of it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like something like that, like because it's an older movie, like could work as a remake today.
Yeah.
But like some things, I agree. I don't think need remakes or retellings. Like
Like,
Roadhouse is not a movie to me. I think that desperately needs a remake or a retelling of. You know.
for real, yeah. Like one for me was like for instance, we talked about it already, West Side Story. Like the West Side Story remake. I was like, what the are we doing right now? Like and I know we kind of got in that era where we were redoing musicals over and over again, but like I just didn't like it. All the decisions that Steven Spielberg made, all the changes he made, I just didn't like it at all.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, and I have such a tie to that original one, so that might be why, because I have a very huge, like, heartfelt tie to that first one.
Yeah, I mean that'll probably play a factor to some degree. I've not seen the original, but like I saw the Steven Spielberg one, and I quite enjoyed that one. I'll be honest.
Yeah, so you liked it, and it actually is more true to the actual written script, the actual story and the play that's performed and everything.
Okay.
Steven Spielberg stayed more true to the original concept, but I like that first film so much. I just love that first film.
Yeah, well, it was a huge film
Yeah.
for that time and stuff, so I can understand. And especially as you mentioned, like if you grew up with it as well, it makes sense. Makes sense. I've got a couple of recent comments, and I'll go back to the ones we missed. Playing down under saying, "Yeah, Logan's Run, please do a remake."
Yeah, we need it. We need it.
And well, John as well saying a Logan's Run remake would be excellent. There was also a very short-lived TV series. Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I didn't know. I didn't know about the TV show.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either. I'll be honest with you. But that's cool. That's cool. As a TV show. But yeah, I mean, again, like they could do a remake. It just depends. Menarge was saying, "Have you guys seen The Fly 1 and 2? And what's your what's your thoughts on The Thing and The Blob? I really like the Fly films with Jeff Goldblum and the other actor who plays his son in the sequel. Yeah, Eric Stoltz, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Stoltz. Yeah.
Okay. I never saw The Fly 2, but The Fly I really enjoyed. I think that's a great movie.
Oh yeah, definitely one of Cronenberg's best. That Fly 2 has a really emotional scene in it though with the dog. Trigger warning. There's definitely an
Oh
emotional scene
man,
with the dog in there.
that's not good.
Yeah, you'll get emotional if you don't like the dog thing.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, I've heard pretty good things about The Fly 2, so I definitely want to check it out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those sequels when you watch it, it's not like unnecessary. Like it's definitely one of those sequels where you're like, oh, I could see why this took place. It's not totally unnecessary.
Get you. I mean, I'm definitely intrigued for sure. I'll have to check it out. We have also got another guest to join us as well, and that is Sin. Hey, Sin.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hey, Sid, what's up?
It's going good. How about for you guys?
Doing well.
Good.
Doing well. Thanks for joining.
Oh, thanks for the invite. I know you just threw it out there, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'm actually going to try to do a live stream tonight at 11:30 to ring in the new year here on the East Coast of the world. So,
Right.
yeah, but it's almost next year for you, right?
In like 17 minutes.
Oh yeah. Nice. Get to bring in your New Year with you. That's going to be cool.
Oh no, that's good. Definitely, I've never done a YouTube live on New Year's. This is new.
Awesome, cool.
Cool.
Maybe it'll become a tradition.
Yeah, I hope so. But I mean, thanks for joining. I saw that you're doing a live stream later. But when it starts, it's like 4:30 in the morning.
I know it's gonna be. I know, but you know what? One of the guys that joins me on my live streams, he's from Ireland, and he has crazy hours, and so he's actually going to join me. It's going to be so early in the morning for him.
That's awesome.
We'll see. He might be asleep. I don't know.
I've done like live streams before, so I remember like when Anthony Perez used to invite me on live streams for like the first time ever when we were just kind of briefly talking.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, Mike, do you want to come on this live stream?" And I jumped at the chance. I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And it was like 2:30 in the morning, the UK starting times.
Oh no!
So I used to end up having like a little nap from like maybe midnight till 2:00, and then I'll get up, do the stream, go back to bed.
Oh Lord, how in the world could you go back to bed after that? I'd be too wound up to be able to settle down and go back to bed.
A little bit, but I forced myself to go to sleep.
That's good. That's cool.
I know. But I will say anyone who's watching live right now after the fact, well, firstly, to type in Sin's Corner, go subscribe to Sin.
Thank you.
After the stream, the link will be in the description box as well. Sin, here's an interesting question. So this was a comment from Ryan earlier about a Roadhouse remake.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys talking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
before.
have you seen the original Roadhouse?
I have, but decades ago and only like once. So
Okay.
I don't remember much about it except that Patrick Swayze was in it and some blonde chick, Kelly, was her name? I don't remember. Some blonde girl. I don't remember her name. So I don't know. I almost feel like I need to rewatch it because I know it's a fan favorite. Like a lot of people seem to really like it, and I remember at the time I saw it, I was just like, eh. But I was quite a bit younger. I don't know. Maybe I'd feel differently about it now if I rewatched it.
So, no, I get that. I mean, I'll just say it's just stupid, dumb fun. Best way you can probably look at that movie. Really.
I remember, like I said, it definitely didn't strike me as anything outstanding, like let's say the Terminator or the Predator or anything like that. It was just kind of like this film about this guy. He was in this place and he got into a fight with a bunch of other people. I don't even remember the plot of it. And of course, there had to be a hot chick, because that was the formula.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's definitely no Terminator.
Kelly Lynch.
I'll say that.
That's the one, Kelly Lynch.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. That hit me at the right time where I was discovering movies like Hard Target, Bloodsport, movies like that and stuff. So like Roadhouse was one of those movies, and the fact that it had Patrick Swayze in it, and like at that time he was like the sex god and like everything, he's beautiful and everything. So it was really cool.
Dancing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Poor Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, love Patrick Swayze though. The movies I've seen, I really enjoy him. So
yeah, he's fun.
But Ryan's asking the second part here because he's saying, Dalton is a champ in the UFC. Another aspect of the story.
So this is who might be the.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the plot
for the new one?
For the new one, yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. That's so funny because I just was talking about him in my video today. My top 10 list. Okay.
I saw a little bit of that. I got to the part where I saw it was live. I tuned in and I saw your number one pick, and I was like, okay, I guess.
Yep.
So I need to go back and watch the rest, and then I'll leave a comment.
Okay, I'd be down for this, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see him playing this part because he played a boxer in another movie.
Yeah, Southpaw.
Southpaw. He seemed pretty convincing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, we were talking about Southpaw as well earlier. Yeah, I really enjoyed that film.
Yeah.
He says, "What is your favorite kind of chocolate?"
Kind?
Okay.
Like, what do you mean by? Does he
mean like light,
like white chocolate or dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
I don't know. Mine would probably be milk chocolate, and like Butterfinger is my favorite candy bar. That's
Butterfinger. For me, maybe any kind of chocolate, almost any kind of chocolate from Chalk Zero, which is a company that makes these nice little treats without sugar in them because I don't eat sugar, and they use monk fruit and whatever it is they do, it's really, really tasty. So they make some good chocolate. So I guess that'd be my pick.
I don't think we have Chalk Zero in the UK.
It's a company here in the. I don't know if they ship to the UK, but I've been buying from them for years. And whenever they have sales, my kids and I we just kind of like pool our money and we buy just a crap ton of stuff from them. and I take my time eating it because I have like maybe one little treat a day. And my kids, they just blow through theirs and then they want to come steal mine. No, you should have been more careful.
That's a good shot. I mean, I don't think anyone shares their chocolate really. So I understand.
Especially women.
I mean, chocolate's chocolate though, right? So I mean, you don't really want to share
it. So good.
Let's have a look. We've got Del Boy here. So hey, Del Boy, hope you're well. Secret Wars is groundbreaking as a comic series and has potential film-wise, but it will be radically different. Spider-Man found the alien costume here, which he became Venom, so that can't happen. Okay. We talked about Secret Wars, Marvel earlier.
Was that the one with Samuel Jackson and Emilia Clarke. Is that what he's talking about?
No.
What was that called? What was that?
Secret Invasion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So are they?
This is meant to, I think this is meant to be like a new Avengers movie coming out in a couple of years, I think.
Oh, so it is going to be okay. I didn't know if he was just like expressing hope that it would become a film or what. I missed some talk. I was doing some stuff for a little bit.
It's all good.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the next, basically the next end game for the next couple phases that's happening. It's supposed to be the end game level type movie and stuff.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for most of the Marvel content, you know. I mean, if they're smart and they actually do some solid writing, maybe they can redeem themselves. But I'm feeling so jaded when it comes to the MCU movies and stuff. I mean, I don't want to feel that way. You know, 5 years ago, if you told me that's how I'd feel, I'd be like, nah. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how I feel now.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of us are in that same boat now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were saying earlier, I think what could possibly help this is, I think Norin said that next year it's only Deadpool 3 that's been released in like the MCU, and like
so Craven's not going to be part of that. Not going to be part of the MCU. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Deadpool 3. Dang, I just remember. I did a list of my most anticipated. I totally forgot about Deadpool 3. Shoot, doggone. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. So Craven's not going to be.
So I think so. No. So like Madam Web's coming out in February.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I think Craven's later on next year.
Right.
But I don't think they're properly tied in yet.
Not,
they're like Sony's baby or whatever they're doing.
Okay.
But like actual Marvel, you know, this MCU universe, I think it's just Deadpool 3. I think that's it for movie-wise anyway.
So Deadpool 3 is actually going to become officially part of the MCU? Yeah. It still felt like it was kind of on the fringes, you know, for a long time. So
yeah, I think what they're going to do, is like it's going to be the stepping stone, like for erasing 20th Century Fox and bringing the mutants into Marvel officially.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I get that. So maybe this might give us a bit chance for people to catch up a little bit and get a bit more excitement, I guess.
Yeah, they have a lot of work, I think, to do because, you know, this past year has not been good for comic.
Oh yeah, and now they got
movies in general. Yeah, it's been pretty devastating.
Now they got what is it? Course correct now because of the whole Kane thing, because of the fiasco with Majors, so they have to course correct because of that.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, it's jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, if they just fix it with good writing, this has been the problem. The writing has been poor for the most part. Obviously, there have been a few that have been pretty, you know, feel like they've been pretty solid and entertaining, but it really does feel like for some of them they've gotten lazy with the writing. The VFX look not great. I mean, they don't even hold up to some stuff made 10 years ago, and it does feel like they've done these little sort of agenda type messaging things that they've thrown in there that kind of annoy people too. So it's like if they could just get back to the original roots of what they started in 2008, which was phenomenal and so many people loved it. If they could just do that. That's how I felt when I started watching What If. Have you guys seen What If?
Yeah, I watched that one. Yeah, the TV show. Is that right? The TV show?
Yeah, that first season, you guys. So I got a screener to see like all of season 2 before it came out, but I hadn't seen season 1, so I had to just blow through season 1, and it was so good. I was just, this is what Marvel needs to be. This is so much fun. I love it. Season 2 came out, and I really liked the first few episodes, and then it kind of midway through, it sort of it started to stumble, and it felt like it was getting a bit too like girl power type of thing, and I'm like, oh no. So I don't know. Heard season 3 is supposed to come out. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. I could rant and rant.
It's all good.
Yeah, that first season. I've only seen the first season, but the first season was really good. Yeah.
I love the mystery stuff that was going on and the horror stuff, with the zombie. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Well, it was well
That's what we
received.
need again. Stuff like that. Yeah, I heard it was.
But no, I agree with you, Sin. I think it just needs better writing, more connectivity with the stories they've got already to bring them all together. And I think they could get back on track.
Quality over quantity. We don't need 3 or 4 of these movies a year.
Yeah.
Leave us hungry for more, like they did in the beginning when we got like maybe 2 a year, 1 a year.
Yeah, because like as much as we say that, like when you say that about something and you're like, oh, it left me wanting more. It's like that's a good negative to have. It's like, oh, I still am craving more.
Exactly. That's what they need to get back to.
Right. I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so, but we'll just have to wait and see. We've got Sai with a comment here. He says, have you seen that Japan Godzilla -1 is being re-released in cinemas in black and white? Oh, wow.
Holy crap. That's dope.
Interesting. My boss, he went to go see, he's in Puerto Rico right now, and it's still in theaters down there. I mean, it might still be here. And he went and he said, for some reason, I thought it was supposed to be in black and white. So I don't know if maybe in the back of his mind he'd heard this news already and thought that it was. So I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay.
Neither did I. I think that would be really popular, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys both like black and white movies? Like you like the...
Yeah, like one of my favorites is probably the first black and white film I ever saw was Night of the Living Dead, and that one still to this day holds a very special place in my heart.
That scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, y'all. I was so scared. I was so scarred when that kid killed her mother. Oh, that was that was really very, I don't know, that was horrific to me. That's a really good movie though. For sure.
I think to answer your question, Sin, I don't think I've seen many, probably not as many as like you and Norin have, I'll be honest. But the ones I've seen, I don't mind.
I'm assuming you've seen Psycho. Don't say no, Mike. Don't say no.
No.
Oh. Mike!
I've seen Psycho 2.
Yeah. That's a good one, though. It is good.
In all fairness, though, Sin, I went to like a Halloween event just a couple of months ago, and it was like mystery movies like all night. So they showed that as a mystery movie. Otherwise, because when it showed the title, I was like, oh no, I've not seen the first one.
Oh, the second one's pretty good though.
Oh, it's awesome.
So, did you already know? Well, I'm sure you knew who the killer was.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, it'll be hard to kind of keep that a secret. But, I mean, it's been, 50, 60 years since that movie came out? 50 years?
Right. Plus, in the second one, the first couple of minutes is like a recap of that first one, showing you the shower scene and stuff like that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that greatly helps out. That second one's good though, because Tom Holland, that script, he had a couple good twists in that third act that Tom Holland wrote in that script that came out pretty good.
Yeah,
there were some great elements to it. Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. Now you need to go watch the first one.
I do. I also want to watch I think there's 4 of them, so I want to watch the others as well.
Yeah, no, there's at least 3.
Yeah, there's 4. There's the fourth one was I believe it went straight to TV or something like that. The fourth one, and then there's the remake, of course, with Vince Vaughn.
Oh yes, that's right. The shot for shot remake or something like that.
Oh, okay. Vince Vaughn? Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yes, he played Norman Bates, and
Vince Vaughn
played the character that gets killed in the shower. I can't remember who else was in it though.
William H. Macy was in it too. I believe, William H. Macy was in it too.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Yeah, I mean, Vince Vaughn.
He's going to go watch that instead of the original.
Yeah. I know, we probably watch that first.
No, I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch the original. I'll watch the original 4, then I'll watch the Vince Vaughn one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. By the way, guys, it's midnight, so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Here's my coffee.
Is it? Happy New Year. All the London
Happy 2024 to everyone who's in the UK or Australia or Japan, wherever you are in the world that's in 2024. Happy New Year to you guys, and you guys will be here soon. Not long now.
Yeah, a few more hours.
8 more hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. To think about it, sometimes when we get to the New Year's, it always feels like it was just like 2022. Like it does feel like that kind of sometimes where I'm just like, oh man, we were just getting out of that year, and it's like now we're getting into a whole nother year.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But the cool thing is we've got another year of movies to look forward to reviewing on our channels as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Hopefully
content.
Sorry, Norin, what are you saying?
I said more content. Yeah.
More content. That's it. Hopefully 2024 doesn't bring Sin another movie called Agent Part 2.
Oh my gosh, that movie. Oh, Lord. I had to give that one top spot. That's the only one I've ever walked out of. So, yeah, it beat Pooh, Blood, and Honey just because of that. Gives me a headache just to think about that movie.
Pooh, Blood, and Honey. Oh, man. The sequel's coming out next year for that. So
I will not be watching the sequel. They'll probably have more money now. Maybe they can do a better job with the effects. But, oh, Lord.
I doubt they will. Never know. We've got Sai. There's some later comments saying Sai's 2024. Woohoo. Absolutely, man. Well, happy New Year to you, Sai. Thanks for tuning in and spending your time with me as well in this live stream. We appreciate it. Del Boy as well. It's midnight right now in the UK. Happy New Year to you guys. You too, Del Boy. You too, man. Again, thank you guys for choosing to spend the time with us. And Playing Down Under saying cheers and let me kiss you all. Thanks, Playing Down Under.
Long distance kisses.
Appreciate the love, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. So we've also got another Godzilla comment, which I think is quite interesting, from John. He says, there is a graphic novel called Godzilla Goes to Hell. Okay. Godzilla dies and wages war against Dante's Inferno. Wow.
I don't know about this one.
This sounds wacky. Wow.
It does.
Now,
comics and graphic novels, they really go for it sometimes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That sounds interesting, though. I'd be interested in that. But as a movie, I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. I'd probably bow out of the movie.
Or one I was thinking of today because we were playing for Christmas. I bought my son a Mecha Godzilla, and my wife, we got him a Hedorah action figure. And then he also has a bunch of Transformers action figures. And I was playing with him in the living room, and I was like, damn, that would be kind of a cool crossover, like Transformers, like running into Godzilla. That would be kind of interesting.
Right. Would be.
But surely Transformers wouldn't stand a chance, though, do you think?
You would think not, right? I mean, once he lets loose that atomic breath.
Oh, yeah. It'd have to be a Unicron level Transformer if you wanted to stand a chance against Godzilla.
Right. I mean, but that would be a cool crossover. It could happen.
If the team that did Godzilla -1 worked on it, then I would definitely check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right. Sin, do you reckon there'll be a sequel?
Oof. Well, this movie did pretty well. So kind of makes you think there will be. And at the end, of course, at the very, very end, I think they gave indicators that he's not dead. So I don't know. I don't know if they can capture that, that lightning in a bottle again, like what they did with the first one. We'll see. I mean, because eventually I personally get tired of the monster never dying. So if they kept going with it, it would be like, at some point, can you please have a nice wrap up to this? So
right.
We'll see.
Right. Unless because of the success, as you're saying, Sin, which like Nora was saying, it's like one of the highest grossing kind of thing. Unless they make a trilogy, possibly.
I could, if they do that and it's all wrapped up and they have finally figured out a way to defeat him, or either he just destroys the world, whichever one. I mean, I hope they would defeat him. But if that same team worked on it, I would have confidence. Of course, I had confidence in David Gordon Green after Halloween 2018. So I gotta be careful. But speaking of Godzilla -1, it was nominated for different awards in the critics group I'm in. So
wow.
yeah, so I was actually just before I got on here, I was casting my votes. So hopefully it'll win something. We'll see.
Nice.
I think it deserves it though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, come on, you guys. $15 million budget, and what they gave us for 15? Are you kidding?
Oh, it was so emotional, Owen. It was so good. And like I said, Godzilla, I even said in my review, Godzilla's never looked better. It looked like the character.
Right. And I'm not super into Godzilla movies, but this movie, I loved it. I was so happy when it was. I was just like, the abysmal experience of the night before with those two stinkers I'd seen just was completely wiped away. I was just like left the theater. I was so happy. I was like, this is the type of movie experience I want all the time.
Right. It's true though. Like after you see some bad movie at the cinema, you need a breath of fresh air.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this one definitely was. And there was applause in my audience, and people were excitedly talking about it when it was done, and then out in the lobby still talking about it. It was just like, okay, this is a good movie. I think this is going to be pretty big, and yeah, it was.
Yeah,
so, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's still shown, and then as Sai was saying, if they're re-releasing it in black and white, I think it was Sai saying as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting. Now you're probably going to know my answer to this straight away, but have you seen Warrior with Tom Hardy?
Yes, that's such a good movie. That's a good movie.
So good, Mike.
Oof.
I promise.
You haven't seen it?
No,
I promise this year it's going to happen.
That film, bro.
Yeah. Right. It
is.
Just like kills your heart, but it's so good. It's so good. And I'm not super into sports type movies, but I mean, maybe you don't know, but I'm not super into them, but this one was just it's so good.
I know we spoke about this a lot on the streams, and I know you love it. And yeah, you mentioned like Jamie Lee, she watched it as well, right?
Well, did she actually end up? Because every time I asked her, she hadn't yet. Lisa Love's got around to it, but I don't remember if Jamie did. Yeah. And I haven't talked to her in a while, so.
No, I haven't really either.
Okay.
So, not sure. Yeah, I remember Lisa got to it. That's right. I remember Lisa did. Not sure about Jamie. I'll have to check in Alaska if she's seen it.
It's got Tom Brady in it, and you don't like Tom Brady, right? Is that Tom Brady that you don't? Not Tom Brady.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. What the?
No, we don't speak of Tom Brady. No, it's joking.
Wow, that wasn't rolling off the tongue right, and I could tell by Mike's face I wasn't. You guys, I can be so bad with names. I mean, I'm almost as bad as like the PlayStation guy, whatever.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Am I watching Warrior? Am I watching 80 for Brady? Which one am I watching here?
It has Tom Hardy in it. Are you the one that doesn't care too much for Tom Hardy? Was it you?
Yeah, he's like goosey.
Yeah, maybe that's why you haven't watched it. He's so good in here. I like Tom Hardy, but he's just really he's plays that part so well. And Nick Nolte, who was nominated for an Academy Award, I'm still salty about him not winning. I remember tuning into the Oscars specifically to see if he was going to win, and he didn't. And I was aggravated.
I like Nick Nolte as well.
He's a good actor. So, and he plays a convincing drunk because he's had his own issues with substance abuse, I think. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Right. Really I'll make a promise on this stream now, saying by the end of January, I'll have seen Warrior.
I'm going to hold you to that, Mike.
You can? My plan is that now I plan to see Warrior and Blade Runner 2049. That's the two on my list.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's the jam, dude. That's so good because that's one, like, I knew about Blade Runner 2049 for like almost 5 years before that movie came out.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just I was like, every news report, every time I heard news, everything, I was all over it like white on rice. And then because I love Blade Runner so much, and it's such a passionate movie for me, the story, Ridley Scott, Harrison Ford, everything. There's just so much to love about it. I didn't think the new one would be as good. And like I went there and came out of the theater floored. I was like, I looked at my wife and I told her, I was like, I think I just watched the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
That's really cool. You were able to have that positive experience, especially after so much anticipation.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's Norin's your favorite film ever, right?
Yeah, it's still to this day. Like every time I return to it, it's a special occasion. And it just grows on me every time I watch it, man. I treat it like I watch it like twice a year, and it's very special, rare occasions. But every time I watch it, it just grows on me more and more. It's just so good.
Oh, that's
Did you see
awesome.
that anime? Not anime.
The Adult Swim one, yeah, they did one on Adult Swim.
Yeah, my son and I watched that.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah,
I liked it. Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I'm excited to check it out, Norin, and I'll message you first to let you know my thoughts.
You have seen the first Blade Runner, right, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely need to see that first. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. I'll be honest, though, it's been quite a few years since I've seen it, so I might have to do a refresh, I think.
Plus, there's different versions of that movie, too. That first Blade Runner, there's like
there's
3
so
different
many
versions
of that movie.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I think I saw the final director's cut. I'll be honest, I'm not sure at this point. I'll be honest with you.
How many director's cuts are there?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. There's the final cut, the director's cut, the TV cut. Like it just depends on it. Yeah.
So,
oh Lord.
So I know Del Boy, if you're watching, I know he said the other day on the stream he has every single cut of the movie. So let me know, Del Boy, which one I need to watch on a rewatch. That's all I need to know. And how many cuts are there as well? Let us know how many cuts are on that movie. Drew says he's got a huge question for everyone. What's the biopic where you feel the actor looks like the real person? Oh, I've got one straight away. Straight Out of Compton. With O'Shea Jackson. Yeah.
O'Shea Jackson, yeah.
Obviously, it's his son, but I didn't realize at first. I was like, wow, he looks so like him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go that one. What about yourself, Norin?
I'm trying to think. I would probably say, I don't know. Because it's hard. It's really hard to say because I always find that they always look so different to me. Like, because I remember the real people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, Drew adds in here, he's saying, for me, I think Joaquin Phoenix and Jamie Foxx looks like Ray Charles and Johnny Cash.
Gary Oldman as Churchill.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking really hard. I was like, I know that. And some of them do really, but he was like super convincing.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said the actors who played the survivors in Society of the Snow. I almost said that, but I was like, well, that's not really. That's not the same sort of thing as what we're talking about.
Yeah. Get you. No, but it still counts.
Yeah, they looked a lot like them. They mimicked they showed the pictures that they took in the movie, and then they showed the real picture, and they looked strikingly similar to the people that they were playing. To me, anyway. Of course, the pictures they were showing were older, a little fuzzier, not crisp and clear, so maybe they didn't look as much like them as they seemed to me. But yeah.
Is that Society of the Snow on Netflix now, by the way?
It's not on there yet. It will be on there in a few days. January 4th. Yeah.
Cool.
So good, you guys.
I watched your review and you've sold me on it.
Yeah, it's. I wish I'd seen it before I cast my nominations in the critics group, but unfortunately the timing was off. But it's really good, and it's just very sobering and sad, tragic. Just. Ugh.
Yeah. I remember at the end of the day, like saying, I know you were saying like you've been sent like a whole bunch of screeners, so you've only got certain time.
Yeah, I can't watch everything. You know what happened? They sent me a bunch of stuff. They also try to woo you because they want you to vote for their. So they send you all sorts of. I got this big, huge Maestro photo book thingy. That thing, it's heavy, but they sent me Society of the Snow, and it was in like a little, square thing like this. And sometimes they send me things like the movie is in something like that. Sometimes it's in like a rectangular shape thing.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to see that. I want to see this. And I put it in the Blu-ray player, and it was just playing music. I'm like, what is this? Why isn't the movie playing? And then I realized they had sent me the soundtrack. They didn't even send me the movie. It was like, for your consideration, the soundtrack. And then I logged into Netflix one day, and I saw under the preview content section, it was there. And I'm like, oh, they're going to let me watch it. So then I went ahead and watched it. So I got to see it through Netflix.
Cool.
That's cool. It's so funny that the show had sent you like the big Maestro book and you hated the movie.
No, I couldn't even finish the movie, y'all. Oh my goodness. They sent me that. They sent me LPs of the soundtrack. Of course, it's all Leonard Bernstein. Maybe I've mentioned this to you already. I've told different people, but man, that big, huge book, I swear to goodness, you could use it as a weapon. It is crazy heavy.
Wow. That's interesting, though. It's cool getting all this stuff, though.
It's cool, but a lot of this I can't use. I've used a water bottle thing they gave me for Naiad, and then they gave me this cool beach towel. But I don't go to the beach, so I don't know when I'll ever use
it. If you ever decide to venture out one day, I guess.
I'll bring my Naiad blanket, okay.
Yeah. Well, for anyone who's watching live, we're going to go for about another 15 minutes and we will be wrapping up the stream. So get in some final comments and we'll see if we'll get to them. We've got, let's have a look. No spoilers are recycled. I know. Putting down and saying poo, blood, and honey. Oh. Never heard of that in my life.
Bless your heart. Good for you.
Norin, did you see this movie?
Yeah, I saw Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm gonna have to be the outlier here and actually see that. I had some fun with it. I'm not gonna say it's a great movie, but I had some fun with it.
I wish I could have.
But I'm such a slasher fanatic. I'm like such a sucker for if it's got cute girls and they get slayed and it's got decent kills, like certain stuff like that, like I'm all there. Like, you know what I mean? I actually discovered one to All a Good Night recently that came out before Friday the 13th in 1980 that just did so many cool things, and nobody talked about this movie, and it's a holiday horror film, so that's one I highly recommend. To All a Good Night. That was a really good one.
That one. I'll put that in my Letterboxd list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you reviewing it, and I know you said you really loved it, so I'm intrigued.
Oh yeah, that one was a sleeper hit. That I'm like, I can't believe no one talks about this one. And for me being such a Friday the 13th fanatic, it holds another special place in my heart because of certain stuff that takes place in it. And I was like, and the fact it came out in the same year, 5 months before, it's really cool.
Wow, that's interesting, man. And it's, as you mentioned, no one's talking about it as well. I wonder why. Yeah. It's a strange one.
To All a Good Night, you said? I can't find it on Letterboxd.
I believe so. Yeah, it should be. I think that's the official title. It's on Shudder, and it came out in 1980, and it's a holiday horror film, and it's about a group of girls at a finishing school. A group of girls, and they're there with their house mother over Christmas break, and then they start getting killed one by one by
that
Santa.
Reminds me of Black Christmas.
Yeah, it does. It does have Black Christmas vibes for sure.
Cool. Well, if I can find it, I'll check it out.
Yeah, if you have Shudder, definitely check it out. It's on Shudder for sure. That's
I do have Shudder. So.
Yeah, that's where I found it and I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like, Norin got me interested with the review, so I'll have to check it out. We've got Delboy saying, isn't it called -1 because it's a prequel? And why are they released it in black and white? So he can't be dead, as you now have to watch all the old 60s movies.
I know why it's called -1. I finally found out. I didn't know when I made my review. Do you guys know now? Do you guys know why it's called -1?
No.
Well,
Educate.
I didn't. Yeah, so I said to the audience or whoever was watching, to enlighten me, and boy, they did. People started repeating the same thing over and over and over and over. I was like, okay, I know now why it's called -1. It's because Japan after the war was at a 0 state because they'd been pretty much devastated, and then Godzilla comes along, makes things worse, so now they're in -1 territory. -1.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I did not know that.
I didn't either, but I do now. Because countless people told me.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about like that, you said something like it makes sense, but it doesn't kind of explain it.
Right. The title was, I had no clue. I was just like, okay, this is just what it's called. I don't know why, but whatever.
Right.
So now I do.
Well, thank you, Sin. I've learned something new, and so has Norin. He didn't know either.
I think about 50 people must have told me.
Oh, Playing Down Under. I hate Blade Runner. Oh man.
There's something to that.
Okay.
But we've got Ryan Swales. So Ryan Swales, though, Norin says, much love, Norin. Blade Runner 2049 is absolutely stunning. And no doubt my favourite sci-fi movie. It's nearly 3 hours and I can watch it no problem multiple times.
Oh, yeah. That's what's great, too, is that, for real, it flies by. That film, it flies by. It's got such a great Hans Zimmer score. Like, there's so much to love about that movie. Denis Villeneuve was the perfect director for it. It was really good.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he did that one.
He's definitely a very visual director, I will say. Even Dune, I wasn't a fan of that, but the visual style looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Prisoners? Have you seen Prisoners?
No, I've not seen it.
That's a good movie that has Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman in it, and that's a Denis Villeneuve film as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard so much great stuff about that movie as well.
It's good, man. It's one of those movies that the ending will get you. It'll leave you thinking about it for days.
I'm gonna watch that because I think it's on Netflix as well, at least here in the UK.
Nice.
I have to check it out. Thanks for the recommendation, man. Playing Down Under, Sin, you rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I've got a Dave on Return to Stars. Hey, Dave. Happy New Year, Mike. Yeah, you too, Dave, as well. Thanks for tuning in, man. Okay, Del Boy says, with 5 cuts of Blade Runner, it's hard to say which one, especially for me, as we just had the theatrical version for so long. But if pushed, the final cut is probably the best and most recent. Okay.
Yeah, it's the most. I think it's because it's the most complete version. I think it was the one that I like was, I think it's the producer's cut is what it is, because it has Harrison Ford's voiceover in it. And a lot of people don't like that one, but I think the voiceover actually adds another layer to the story, and I quite liked it. But I know a lot of people don't like that version.
Okay. That's interesting why they've changed it over.
Yeah.
And Norin, I think on your channel, man, you have to do a review on every Blade Runner cut.
Yeah, you should. A comparison.
I know, that would be cool, huh?
That'd
and
be a
just
great
compare
video.
them all.
Yeah, that could be unique. We've got Sai, interesting question. He says, but thank you for the suggestion, Del Boy. Sai says, now that Mickey Mouse has become public domain, do you think there will be a horror movie with him?
I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably, because they're doing Bambi and they're already doing Peter Pan, so Mickey Mouse will be down the line anytime soon.
I'd love to see a Batman horror movie. That'd be cool.
Which one?
Batman.
Batman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that would work really well.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it will happen, no.
No, it won't.
No. Not unless it becomes public domain, then we'll get the one, I think.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I think, I've seen with you guys, I think Mickey Mouse will become a horror. Probably by the same studio who's doing Blood and Honey, I would think.
Most likely.
Yeah, probably.
Science saying Blade Runner 2049 is my third favorite movie. It's behind The Sting and Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, nice. Big Trouble in Little China is so good.
That movie's so crazy.
It is. It's funny. It's a weird John Carpenter film. It's weird.
I remember I liked it when I first watched it when I was a teenager, and then years later I started watching it and I was thinking to myself, why did I ever like this? This is too goofy and crazy. And then I rewatched it again for the channel. I did a reaction rewatch, and it's so funny. Like Kurt Russell, oh my gosh, when he goes in and he's like with the gun and he shoots up the ceiling and those things come down and knock him out and he misses half the action.
It's like the hilarious best, like kind of, he's like the American hero, but it's like he's the antithesis of what you envision an American hero to be. It's just so hilarious.
It was just so over the top, you know? It was, he was so crazy. The look on his face and the way he talked, you know?
Yeah.
It was
fun movie for sure.
Yeah.
No, man. But yeah, no, that's a great pick. Cool to hear that's your third favourite as well out of all those, man. Yeah. I mean, a lot of love for it. Doughboy saying thank you, Sin, for clearing that up.
Glad to help. I had plenty of assistance from the people that watched the video.
I was going to say something like that where there's like massive kaiju fans. I can imagine they'll be on top of it pretty quick.
Oh yeah, and none of them bothered to read the fact that other people had already told me. I feel like I need to put a pin at the top, you know? Maybe I already have. I now know what -1 means. Thank you so much. For clearing that up for me.
Well, especially when your review got so many views as well. You're going to get everyone in the comment section.
Yeah,
this is what it means.
That was crazy. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that's what sparks the views sometimes, is when like they just start messaging and commenting over and over. You're like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up the next day and you have thousands of like, wait, whoa, what happened? And then you remember, oh yeah, Japan's on the other side of the world. Probably a lot of people over there saw it while I was in bed. So anyway.
Yeah, it's cool. Huge. I'm going to probably take one final comment. It's from Drew. He says, who do you think is the best and worst movie villain of 2023? Best was Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, and worst was Dark Flash from The Flash. Okay. I think that's a great question.
Definitely the Flash one might be the most underutilized villain, because it kind of came out of nowhere in that third act, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's what upset me the most. I would have appreciated it if they would have like just cooked it a little bit more, but then they just throw it at you like a microwave dinner. They're like, here, take this.
Yeah. Especially when it's not really. I mean, he shows up slightly throughout the movie, but not enough to kind of warrant him. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a great question. No,
I would probably say best villain for me. Maybe what is it? Spider-Man 2099 from Across the Spider-Verse. I thought was a really good villain.
Oh, I really like that character.
Yeah, Miguel. Miguel was the character that.
Yeah, and I loved Oscar Isaac. I think did his voice. I really loved how he did the voice acting in there. Well, the first one that flashed in my mind when I saw this question, I guess you could go and refresh your memory on all the different things, and maybe I'd change my mind. But the High Evolutionary, I thought, was a pretty good villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he was wicked. RDJ was good, though, as a villain, for sure.
Yeah.
I think for Sin, it's got to be the villain from John Wick 4's got to be the worst for her, surely.
Well, actually, the villain in there was one of the Skarsgård boys. I thought he was great. He was fine as a villain. It was just, don't get me started on John Wick 4, Mike.
Oh, man. I always try to, Sin, whenever it comes up.
I can get riled up. My son still gets me riled up when he talks about Halloween Ends. Because I just still, like, it's just like the anger is still just right there, simmering below the surface.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Oh man! Speaking of Halloween ends, I actually saw it on sale the other day on Zavvi online, like really cheap because the steelbook prints were like really nice. But I was like, I hate the. I was like, I hate the movie. I'm not going to buy it on steelbook, even if it's super cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me, I'm a completist. So like even like I have all the Leprechaun films, I have all the Jason films, all the Freddy films. Like once I start collecting, I typically have to have every single film, even if I don't like them.
You want my copy of Halloween Kills?
It's yours the steel. I don't have the steelbook. Is yours the steelbook?
I didn't collect. No, I don't collect steelbooks. I got that when I was thinking, okay, Halloween Kills. This is a sign of trouble along the way, but I still held out hope. And now that ends confirmed my suspicion that the franchise was just completely off the rails. I don't even really want to keep Kills anymore. It ended in 2018. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fair. Doughboy saying Blade Runner, they've got theatrical, international cut, work print, directors, and final cut.
Okay, wow. Yeah. So I think the one that I watched was, I think the work print is the one that I like. Whichever one has the voiceover. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it might be the work print. That's the one that's my favorite of the first films.
Well, it's crazy how many cuts that's got, though. That's nuts. And kind of final comment we're going to take is, Sin, your camera angle looks like you're in a starfighter.
That's a cool thing.
Okay, I don't know if is that a compliment? Maybe, I don't know.
I'm guessing so, yeah. Looks like you're badass in action, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Well, firstly, I just want to say thank you to you guys tuning in live or after the fact. Really appreciate it.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you to the legendary Norin and the legendary Sin for joining me as well. Thank you, guys. A link to Norin channels down below in the description box, and so we'll Sin straight after this live stream. Or just type in Sin's Corner as well. Very quickly before we go, Sin, you've got a live stream tonight. Do you want to plug that a little bit?
Yeah, tonight at 11:30. I don't know how long it's going to be. I can't really stay up late. I'm in a drug study, which requires me to get up by a certain hour, so I won't be pulling a late nighter. But tomorrow, I'm actually in the middle of editing my top 10 most anticipated for 2024. So that's the immediate thing that'll be out.
Yeah. Oh, nice! Well, I can't wait to see that list. See what makes it on there.
Okay.
And I'll watch the stream back tomorrow when I get up.
Oh, okay.
I've got work early. But definitely check out Sin's stream tonight, 11:30 or 4:30 UK time.
Sorry, let me mute.
It's all good. It's all good. And Norin, what content have you got coming up as well?
Oh, for me, it'll be. I'm actually going to be working on my most anticipated for the year as well. I'll be doing that, and then I'm probably going to do my top 10 of this year, but also do a video talking about what I've been watching recently, kind of like a wrap-up video, just kind of like all the films that I kind of caught up with in the last week or so for this past year,
Oh, nice, man. Well, some great content. Looking forward to your top 10 list as well for next year. Be interesting to see if you and Sin have got similar picks as well.
We'll see. I'll check it out when it's ready.
But definitely go subscribe to those guys. Go check out their content. We've also got Gary North popping in very quickly saying Happy New Year. You too, Gary. And thanks you guys for watching live after the fact. Till next time, we will see you later.
Adios.
Bye, everyone. Bye.